We're hell yeah, cause fuck YouTube, hell yeah! Yahoo! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, baby! I should have cleared my throat out before this. I couldn't do a proper Yahoo! Oh my god, is that Gale Galleon, pirate captain of first stage production EN's group Avallum? Yeah! Can I get a hell yeah? No, just me? Okay. No one else wants to shout at the top of their lungs with me. No, I can see your text, don't worry. It's just hoping for something a little bit more resounding, you know what I mean? Hell yeah! That's me pretending you guys, like I can hear you guys. Like this all isn't just in my head. Oh, speaking of things that are in my head, guys, they were playing Vampire Therapist, if you guys are not familiar with the concept of it. The music just raised on its own. I'm not fucking joking. I was on this menu, and the slider did this. It went. That was fucking scary. The fuck? I didn't tell it to do that. Music's a paid actor. Music is haunted. Anyway. Ahem. It's a pleasure to make your guys' acquaintance today. Last week, as you guys may remember, Pup had some disgusting tummy issues where he threw up all over the place. And he threw up so much I had to take him to the vet. And that's why we had to cancel last time. But this time, I get to actually do it. I've been eagerly awaiting this game. I was really looking forward to it last week. Because, you know, I've heard some good things about it. I've seen a review of this game, actually. I saw a review. This is the review that I saw. It says, Vampire Therapist is one of the biggest surprises that I've had in gaming recently. It's a charming game with witty dialogue and lovable characters. Beyond that, it also teaches you some of the basics of therapy and cognitive distortions, which has helped me on a personal level in my own life. I went into Vampire Therapist hoping for sexy vampires with cool backstories, and that's what I thought it was as well. I got that. I also had a few of my own issues called out, which I'm now working on. Any game which manages to entertain, educate, and help you evaluate yourself is something that I would recommend to others. Also, the voice acting and character designs are incredible. Can't stress that enough. And of course, this review was written by none other than Fu-chan. He liked this game so much, he actually wrote a review for it. Ah, how about that for a plot twist, huh? How about that? Yeah, no, I remember he raided into me after playing Vampire Therapist before. And I was like, oh, I was looking at that game. It's got like sexy vampires and shit. You gotta suck them dry and stuff. He's like, well, it's actually a little bit more deep than that. It actually teaches you a little bit about therapy and stuff like that. And I'm like, therapy for only $20? Sign me up! Yeah. So, this is a great opportunity for me to learn a little bit more about myself, and I highly encourage everybody to, have fun tonight if you're focusing on it, and maybe even see if any of this could be relatable to you as well. Because I think a lot of things that are very inaccessible is mental health type stuff, and obviously this is just a game. Don't forget, everybody, this is just a game, like an educational game. It's like the, let's treat it like the Kickstart games back in the day. Those games on Windows where you'd learn and go through, like, basic mini games that teaches you, like, math and stuff like that. We're gonna treat it like that today. This is not official therapy, but maybe there's something you can look more into after you watch this a little bit. Group therapy? Not group therapy, group gaming. Group gaming. Ah, guys, guess what? That's water. That is not Joja Cola. That is a water. And it's delicious. You can't even get eggs that cheap. What a deal. True! 12 dozen eggs will run you at least 3 therapies. Ideal in therapies is my major currency now. It's minted. Minted currency. Really quick, let me thank you guys for the overwhelming support in the pre-chat. Give me 1 second. Going healthy? Yay! Oh shit, wait. Where's my thing? Barry, thank you for the super chat. There it is! I forgot, it's not the most up-to-date stream. Salmantha! Thank you very much for the 5 gifted member pips. Thank you. Spades, thank you very much for sticking around for 7 months. 7 months? Random question, but do you have a favorite number? And I answered that earlier in chat. I said I really like the numbers 12 and 7. And 5 is also a contender for one of my favorite numbers. There was I think that number became a favorite of mine because... Actually, no. I'm not going to say that. There might be a personal reason that it's my favorite number, and I'm not going to elaborate on it, but it's got history. I've got history with that number. Barry, speaking of 5s, thank you for the 5 gifted member pips. You were thoroughly swindled with that one. Thank you so much for my favorite number of gifted member pips. Is that rude to say? No, it was a joke. Guys, earlier in pre-chat, I said, guys, my favorite number is 5 because I love seeing 5 gifteds. Yay! It was just a little joke. Barry was playing along. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Spades also. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted member pips. Thank you. For my favorite number. Haru, thank you very much for the gifted member pip. Haru is not with us today. They're not dead. They're just not here. They're absent from today's class. Thank you for the gifted member pip. Thank you. Cracked, thank you very much for the 5 gifted member pips. Thank you very much. Thank you. Dang, chat, you're in for a treat bag. All the vampires in this game are like 10s regardless of gender or background. Excuse me? Do I need to go and take my pants off for this game? Was that a prerequisite? I didn't see that in the installation instructions. Irie, thank you very much for the gifted member pip. Thank you. Kasumi, thank you for the, hell yeah! Thank you for the hell yeah. And Barry, thank you for the super chat. Also, happy CBT stream to all. You know what's funny is that most people don't even know what CBT is abbreviated for. So until I tell them that CBT stands for cock and ball torture, they'll never know. It's just a fact of life. It's not a very common acronym. There's cock and ball torture, or if you're like a nerd, there's cognitive behavioral therapy, but what even is that? Like, that's not even a real thing. I'm more of the physical kind of guy. I'm not a mental dude. I'm not mental about it. More people think of it as cognitive, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Isn't it common knowledge? No, it's cock and ball torture. CBT stands for cock and ball torture. For you, it'll always be closed beta test. That's true, too. I remember trying to apply for every closed beta test back in the day for video games I wanted to play, like MMOs, but I would never get accepted because for some reason I had no credentials to do it. They hated me! I could never get into a CBT. I could only get into OBTs. Only the OBTs. What's the fact of life is that I'm just undesirable. Eggly, thank you for the Streamlabs dono. $20 game therapy is great and all, but back in my day, I knew a gal called Lucy who charged 5 cents for psychiatry. This is the Charlie Brown's reference. Have fun with the game, Gale. Thank you! Dude, I forgot about Peanuts, dude. Lucy with the wooden lemonade stand, but instead of lemonade, she's selling you thoughts. And no, not like a pimp do, but like actual thoughts. Sir, don't talk so damn fast. I'm sorry. I wish I could stop talking that fast. However, that is just how I work. If I promise you, I have tried to talk slower, and I cannot keep up with that. And whenever I do talk slower, it sounds really weird. Just think of me as a rapper. I'm like fucking Eminem. I'm like the Eminem of VTubing, you know? How about that? Yeah. Just think of me as like a rapper, and you'll get it. It'll all make sense. Fine, just because it's you. Thank you for your understanding, and I really appreciate that. It really do mean a lot to me. Samalama, Wada, someone, you and human, I'm a human, we're human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm cognitive behavioral therapy. Let's play the game. Vampire Therapist explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, sexual oppression. I skipped the addiction part. Addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, of course, death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. We recommend that readers with a history of trauma related to any of these topics approach this game with caution. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Strong language is also present. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but it should not be considered a substitute for therapy. Unless you're a vampire. Oh shit! I gotta recommend this to Lucy! It literally is free therapy!
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire.
I didn't realize I get to do my southern drawl
now,
today.
If you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit.
You do that though, right? You're like, your voice sounds like you're in a biker
sort of
gang.
Thing I did in my younger years with my former gang.
Excuse me!
A vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and
I'm
showed
soul
me
reading
how my
this
thinking
dude.
was keeping me from finding any kind of peace. After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years.
Wait, we're not in
figuring out
Europe?
myself and what it means to be a vampire.
We're not in Transylvania.
Revelation.
So now he's a peaceful vampire.
What I realized was
He sucks for
it
fun
ain't
and not
fangs
for
that make us
evil.
monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho,
How do you live out there
when I
in the
started
fucking
getting
west?
smaller,
Ain't
my
that
old
sun hot?
vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw.
Oh, he's giving his gang therapy.
But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin
Holy
find their
shit,
way.
I had a
Fella
PC like
named
that back in the day.
Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
I played MapleStory on something like that.
He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers.
So we're an American vampire going to Europe.
I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been looking, and now it's time to give back.
All right, so we're a southern vampire
Vampires ain't
named
monsters.
Sam Walls.
Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
And we're on a path of redemption. Dude, this is literally Red Dead Redemption, but with therapy. Imagine if the characters in Red Dead Redemption had therapy. Lucy's secret backstory. Lucy could never get this guy's delicious accent.
This is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse Streeb.
Okay, hang on a sec. I'm gonna pronounce German. Number 27, Kleinfedermastreis. Right? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Germans in chat. Rate it. Close? Okay. That was pretty good, right?
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here. Wait a minute.
Let me move my big fat head.
Vampires. Better watch myself.
I'll move my big fat head over here just a little bit so you can get the full dialogue. You can read along.
Guten Abend, folks.
Guten Abend! Is this racist? Is our Sam main character, Sam Wallace, racist? Guten Abend, folks. Sprickins English?
Ja, hallo, Alter.
Holy shit, they're...
the hottest club.
Oh my god, German vampires. I never thought I needed that. How about the club?
What's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
I don't know what aller Zeiten means, dude. Can you speak in normal vampire tongue?
Anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever. You are free to do and be whatever you like.
Of all time.
As long as you are harming no one.
I'm so happy I have people that can translate for me in chat.
Und I hear that they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
That's him. That's Sam, by the way. I was about to say that's me, but I am not Sam. We are basically like a wisp following around Sam.
Shh,
I'm not self-inserting.
He is old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple
Wait.
100 years old.
Guys. Check it out. He's got red eyes. They don't. Are they vampires? They have to be, because they know he's a vampire too, and I mean, let's be honest, I'm profiling right now. They're definitely vampires. They even got the fucking crucifix and shit. Are they wearing contacts? Maybe the red eyes come with age? I bet they're wearing contacts to hide it. They're goth, they've got contacts. Exactly.
Oh mein Gott, he is
Oh
so
mein
cute,
Gott.
Reinhard. Can I keep him?
No, you cannot keep him. I almost self-inserted again. Tell them, ask about the dress code. Yeah.
I don't think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
The cowboy look is total sexy.
Total
but
sexy.
you will get a bit sweaty.
Dude, I cannot help myself to not repeat everything that they say that has a German accent to it. You'll get a bit sweaty.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
Sweaty. Sorry, I forgot that the W is pronounced with two V's and not a W sound.
Good thing we run a little on the cold side, huh?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to eat up.
We make each other warm.
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to do that.
Maxi Liebchen, you're so naughty
This-
tonight.
What am I thinking right now? Is this Vampire the Masquerade, man? We're about to go to the fucking EDM club?
No.
Is there a
you
dance
are the
emote we can
motivator.
do?
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more.
Andro
I can
Machos.
cut loose. What kind of party is this?
Is this the accent you think you have? Now, what kind of party you think this is right here? What are y'all doing in the middle of the night, blasting that godforsaken music? Don't you know the Lord will be looking down upon you, goth?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
Oh, you're them kind of vampires.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Like drinks. He's talking about the cocktails they make at this bar. It's really good.
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Are we gonna save these guys from being degenerates? Is that our first therapy?
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it. It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think.
Oh shit, we are gonna therapy them. Therapy battle!
Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding.
Hot branding.
We brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of.
Oh, hot branding. It's how you form your identity based off of you form your entire personality and self based off of how other people perceive you? Question mark? That's a guess.
There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
Okay.
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Okay. So, is it just a coincidence that all of these are like cowboy related? Hot branding, like I just branded a cattle. High noon mind, like it's the middle of the day or the middle of the night, and me and that other dude are having a showdown.
I can always check my journal if I need examples.
He named these,
I
didn't
kept
he?
all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there. I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though.
Nah, thank you for the super chat to all the German speakers right now. Let's survive together. What? What do you mean survive? These guys have a perfect German accent, and they're not being stereotyped in any way whatsoever. It's gonna be fine.
Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I mean, I'm not mad at the way this guy's portrayed. Sam's doing great. Hold on, compadres. You seem the type who can make their own
I
fun.
don't want to have my own fun. Imenacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Oh, is it? Oh, so I have to pick one of these and decide which one it is? Okay, so the way she's thinking is that this is the do or die, right? It's this or bust. So this would be the high noon mind, right? Because if she's not here, then basically the night is worthless or ruined.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
There's a lot of things you could do, like going karaokeing, right?
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
Is that how you guys view my streams too? I don't know what he's saying, but he sounds really nice.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Oh, you shouldn't have. All right, step aside, Sam. I'm getting in with the sexy vampires. It's my turn. High noon, bitch. Where am I? Ah! Bisected? More like bisexual tonight. Am I right, guys? Haha, I'm relatable.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met.
I'm self-inserting now.
I gotta find Andromachos, though.
Who the fuck is Andromachos?
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Maybe you should talk to him.
Maybe I'll have a little word with him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe you could just try talking to him.
Excuse me, friend.
Oh my
You're
god!
talk to around these parts.
You could probably stick your entire hand through this man's earlobe. This is actually Nosferatu.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
What about you? Dash their hopes or bring them joy. Hey, you're telling me I get to be the arbiter of justice in this? Oh, obviously, they can definitely see reason. Surely, right?
Yeah, sure. They're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Oh, thank you. He was Australian. He's not even German.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
That's the sound cowboys make when they ride their ponies.
Dang, awful loud in here.
I'm gonna go back over here now. I'm gonna go back over here now. Okay, okay, I like the music. This feels like I'm playing a roguelike game. Enter the Gungeon, maybe? Does Enter the Gungeon have music like this, perhaps?
Come on, my liver, dance with us.
Yeah, it's really loud. I can't hear you, so I'm gonna go find my dude now. Have fun.
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later.
This is on lowered music volume too.
Darnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this.
Actually, me too. I want to know what that sounds like.
I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is.
Oh my god, this is 1%. It's okay. We'll deal with it.
But pardon me, ma'am.
Oh, now it's too quiet. Sorry. It was the ambiance.
Well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s.
Okay, that was fucking clever. Fuck you for being so damn funny.
What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
Oh yeah, that'll get my heart pumping and stopping.
I never drink Red Bull. I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
My name's Sammy.
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
No, you're not. That's hot branding. Objection.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird.
Upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are.
Oh. Is that a test? How was that a test? Self-deprecation's a test now? Guys, this is my test to you. I'm the worst streamer of all time, and I'm a no good piece of shit, and all I do is be funny on stream. That's all I'm good for. Hot branding.
Tell you what.
Damn.
Let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for boots.
I'm looking for boobs.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some gods, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
They're not vampires?
So all these people are mortals?
They weren't vampires.
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience. He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
Holy shit.
Bert?
You met him already.
Yeah, Bert, from The Simpsons.
Come on over here.
He goes, what the fuck does Bert say from The Simpsons? What the fuck? What's the catchphrase of Bert's? Eat my shorts.
This
Could think of
one's
anything
your
funny.
guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy.
Hey, don't hot brand yourself like that. You're not just a meathead. You don't have to act like one, Mr. Dude. I mean, Bart? Who's Bart? I only know Bert. Oh, the room.
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
Oh, well, we can say Red Bull, but emails is off the list.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
So it's about time we got a real vampire in here.
The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
I can help myself.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson. We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
We're here for help? I thought we were helping you.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless.
That's the same voice? No, I know. I sound very similar to Mr. Andro Nachos, but no. This is actually a completely different person. I know our voices sound similar, so I understand if you're confused whether or not I'm reading the line or not, but trust me, this is fully voice acted.
Please, sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Yeah? Did you like the little winky face added at the end?
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
So wait, why are we here again?
Well, dang.
Hot branding!
You're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
I kind of do want to focus a little bit, so sorry if I go quiet during the talking portions. I'll give my quippy remarks, but like I said, I'm pretty interested in where this game's going to take the
Yeah, well,
the learning.
it wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your unlife better than most.
Your
I was
unlife.
particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Patterns. I love patterns. Like quilting? Papa Galleon just asked, are you back to boy kissing again? Dad, we're getting therapy, brother. Two men in the same room sitting on chairs across from each other, literally 6 feet apart because they're not gay? I mean, they could be, who knows?
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive.
Like how I'm worthless and I'm just here to entertain people and be a dumb idiot.
Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something.
No, that's Taxes' fault.
And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
When we start tackling problems that aren't real. So basically, this is like you inducing yourself into your own form of psychosis. And you think that everything is worse than it actually is. Gotcha.
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
That sounds like a JoJo ability, doesn't it? No, not a JoJo ability. Cognitive distortion! And then it does like a psychic attack towards somebody.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
So we're the ones getting therapy? I think so. I think our character, we were led to believe, because he seems like he's pretty much an expert on the subject or is well-versed, that he was going to be the therapist. But I think we're getting therapied on right now. I think we are the patient. Let's talk about hot branding.
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard.
Is that true, though?
Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang.
Did you murder people?
They're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Did you kill somebody? Now that's a great question. Did you kill somebody? Because if you did, you're a killer.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling.
See, he did make that shit up.
You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill.
Oh, like when you call yourself a loser, then you lose. Well, I'm a winner.
For millennia,
So I would not
thought
know
of
about
myself
that.
as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin.
Wait, hang on a sec. Your logical fallacy, dude. Your cognitive distortion, I have to counteract that. Labeling doesn't always work because people who play League of Legends, they always call themselves winners and they think that they're OP. They'll say, guys, I'm OP, we can do this in the game. And then the team comes together and they try to do this. And the guy was not very much OP. He was very much bad.
But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements.
Okay.
I am so old, I am ancient. Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
But labeling can be true, right? Like, as we fucking, how do you say? As we live our lives, don't we pick up like new titles? Kind of like achievements in video games? Like, oh yeah, I was valedictorian in high school, or I'm a college graduate, or like, you know, I'm an artist. These are all labels too. Just because there's bad labels doesn't mean that you only see yourself as that, right?
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
What you bait?
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me.
Time to go achievement hunting IRL. Guys, I'm about to get so many fucking labels that I can switch on and off. I can become anybody that I want to be as long as I label myself properly.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
The problem comes when you start trying to fit the label, stay consistent with the label. Definitely, I can definitely see that. I guess they haven't addressed that portion though. I think they got to go a little bit more deeper into it to give us an understanding. Let's talk about the High Noon Mind.
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do-or-die absolutes. High Noon Mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I feel like a lot of us, definitely a lot of people in my generation, are super susceptible to this line of thinking. Including myself. I'm the biggest culprit. I know that for a fact. Where it feels like if you don't do this thing, then shit's gonna hit the fan or something like that. Let me think of an example for myself. Trying to think of something off the top of my head is hard. Sometimes I'm blind to it. Oh, what about if my internet goes out? Like, it shouldn't anymore because I got my... Oh, I have to talk about that still. I forgot to talk about that. Oh my god. We forgot to talk about that before we started today. But, like, if I'm streaming, my High Noon Mind is if the internet starts going out, then the stream is ruined. You know what I mean? So, in my case, a stream is usually only good if it's, like... How do you say? If it's perfect the entire way through, maybe? Question mark? A stream is only a good stream if there were no interruptions. Like that.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in Mortal Kombat long before the age of gunpowder. But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marky Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
Sorry, my mind was distracted. I was not listening. Sorry. Key, we will be playing Utopia again in the future. Now's not the time to ask about that, though. We're playing Vampire Therapist. The sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Mark Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves. I mean, that's definitely true. Life's a bitch sometimes.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marky was a bedroom name.
You mean you and the emperor were...
Gay?
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Oh, is that so?
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this High Noon Mind. I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Why Nosferatu of all things?
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
I get it.
Oh! I get it. That's pretty funny. As Sam alluded to just now, that is pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful.
Kind of like the Wizard of Oz? Is there a way we can evolve from Nosferatu thinking to Wizard of Oz thinking? Can we get Technicolor in this bitch?
Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking.
All right.
I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
Is my character, is that chest hair? Or is his neck folds? Or is it like, or does he have like chest folds that are folding in on themselves? Is he just that old?
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Is that not it? Or is that... I don't know how vampires work. That might just be a fact.
Death eventually comes for us all. Mortals will always fear our kind.
Oh, that is it.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
Always. Terminal? What does terminal mean? Because what if you said, I'll always love you? That's a good thing. What does it mean to be terminal? To the end, right? That's like definition. Terminal means like to its finality. Of, forming, or situated at the end or extremity of something. Yeah, basically. Guys, I'm smart.
Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Yeah, let's talk about drinking!
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis.
Oh,
between
like Resident Evil 3?
Arrogance and self-pity.
Oh man, it made me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control.
Oh. How does this help me?
Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy.
Fallacy! Ah! It's the word! That's the word!
Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
We create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations. I don't think I fall for this fallacy. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm a pretty logical person, and I can see myself falling for both this Nosferatu and the labeling. Actually, I don't know. I definitely don't see myself falling for labeling. I do call myself a dumbass a lot. I don't believe that. I say it for comedic effects. I do think I'm very smart. I don't call myself a dumbass and believe that I'm a dumbass. I think I'm extremely wise. I did my freaking taxes by myself. So I think the only one that I would probably fall for is probably the Nosferatu thinking, but we'll see.
Yeah, you're right about that.
We'll see how much I relate to it.
Away from my gang, and maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
It's still labeling even if you don't mean it. I guess I don't know the full breadth of it, but I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Oh my god, he did the thing!
You're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos. Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative. Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy.
Control
Simply let me
fellatio.
continue if you do not detect one.
I can't stop thinking about fallacy and fellatio being so intertwined with their spellings.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
That's a control fallacy.
Well, that sounds like one of them control fallacies. With all eternity, heck, I think you could do something to save the sun.
I was wrong, though, because there was no blood splatter.
I applaud your optimism and ambition, Samuel, but some things we must be prepared to accept, and the death of the sun is one of them.
No, please, the sun is so beautiful! We gotta get a new sun.
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
Oh, that's not true either.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but You can always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Oh god. I would never want Pup stuffed. When he passes away eventually one day, I am not gonna sit there and have him immortalized to stare at me. Like, where would I put Pup? Over my computer? Just have, guys, eventually when Pup passes away, I'll have him stuffed, and then I'll have a Pup cam, and he'll just be sitting there the entire time.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent, but I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
What do you mean? It's just, I'm just being a jackass.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
Nearly 2 centuries. Isn't that kind of a long time, though?
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Means I'm a dope-ass motherfucker. I'm cool as shit. Obviously, I'm labeling myself.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
See, guys? Even if you label yourself, it doesn't mean you're doing the wrong thing. You're being human. Puts my hand on my forehead.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Huh. I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking.
I want a quiz right now. I want you to put a fucking paper in front of me where I can test my ability to locate these.
I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin.
I'm so glad he just has these on hand. He's got no script or nothing. He's literally just pulling these out of his ass.
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
That's a Nosferatu thinking.
Well, that ain't right. He's acting powerless, like a man clinging
What?
to the whiskey.
Is he?
What Andromaco say that distortion was?
Was he acting powerless?
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
I could have sworn that was black and white thinking. He was assuming that it was going to be the worst case scenario. I thought that was black and white thinking. So I guess since he feels powerless, that's a control fallacy.
Well, there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Or
I feel like those are blended together, man.
I have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another. I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
But you're also a therapist.
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then. If my
This is an actual game? I know! It's not just
I will
RP.
end up living on the street.
If the club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street. No! Clearly, you're very rich. You have a lot of liquid assets here.
Making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Vampires and liquid assets? Blood? The joke writes itself. I didn't make a joke, but there could be one there.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway.
Because you're rich as fuck. I can tell by the studs on your cuffs.
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
We're having vampire smegs? Was that like smelly
I'm
eggs?
here to learn.
Like breakfast eggs?
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
Oh, so we're coming here to assist Andromacos to do therapy alongside him for other clients. So we are following Sam. We're not just a patient.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
That's where you're wrong, dumbass. I'm labeling you.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for
Dude, I could beat the
too
shit
long,
out of a
Samuel.
cognitive distortion.
Allow me to share my experience.
I'd literally put that motherfucker in a headlock and choke it out.
All right, if you
Literally
say so.
put me in the ring.
I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
He's doing it again!
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance, drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
All right, then, Andromacos.
Andromacos.
Andromachos.
Hey, Andromacos.
Just call me Andy.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Holy shit. Andy from Toy Story grew up to be a fucking vampire. I'll call you sir if you don't mind. It's a politeness thing, you know, he's from the South.
Look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty, but there ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on a dance
Okay,
floor.
so now that that scene is over, guys, I had an internet technician come to my place today, my cabin. Had an internet technician, Pipsqueak, come on by, and when they got here, I wanted to let you guys know they were an hour late. But technically, they weren't an hour late. There was another person that was supposed to come and see the problem here in my cabin. And they got into an accident on the way here. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. They got into an accident, so they had to call somebody else to get here. So that was unfortunate for them. I feel bad. But aside from that, the technician that came by immediately was able to pinpoint the problem. They took a look at the internet box. I hate calling it the internet box because it sounds so fucking boomer. But basically the internet wiring connected to my cabin on the outside. They took a look at that and they found some issues with some of the wiring. And they were able to fix up some of that stuff, whatever the fuck goes on there. I'm not an internet person. I have no idea what goes on. And then they came to my cabin inside and they took a look at my router and they noticed, I'm gonna put this as plainly as possible. They checked the frequency. There was like a frequency that the router, no, I'm sorry, the modem has, and it was way too high apparently. So it was causing hiccups occasionally, every now and again. And that's why I would get those internet interruptions. Thankfully, they lowered the frequency on it. And this is nothing I could do on my, this was nothing I could do on my own. It's all through them. So now that that's done, I was assured, of course, as any internet company would, that I would not have any more of the same issues. I asked them to explain it to me too, so that they weren't just bullshitting me. And I looked it up myself. I looked up some of the terminology, and it does correlate to the symptoms that I was having. So, assuming that everything is fixed the way it should be, shouldn't have any more issues. Thank God. Thank freaking God, man. Let me do a speed test really quick. Let me do a quick speed test. But yeah, we shouldn't have any more issues. And even besides that, my upload speed is actually higher than it was before. Not by much, just by a little bit. But thankfully, my upload speed is even better now. So maybe I can even afford to stream at a higher bitrate going forward. We'll try doing that. But yeah, internet should be good now. If we ever have that issue again, I'm probably gonna just well, I almost said things that may have been, illegal to say. I would have caused a bit of a ruckus. I'll cause a bit of a ruckus, that's for sure.
Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
Back to our regular 12-hour streams. Yay!
How'd it go, cowboy?
Hey, my name's not Clint Eastwood. I'm not part of the Gorillas.
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I'd better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work.
Oh, she calls him Andy
Vampires
too.
have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Why do they call you Crimson?
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
Does somebody speak vampire here that can translate all this?
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
Oh, she's immortal too?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar, found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Bartender with benefits. I thought the benefits were being able to drink on the job.
Dang. Must have been a sight.
Blood bag? Oh shit. She's a fan of Lucy's, huh?
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain. We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
Yo, isn't that a stereotype? Isn't that kind of fucked up to say, Crimson?
But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Maybe like a soda? Oh,
Reinhard.
oh,
It's
not
the
these
sexy
guys.
old guy again.
It's not these guys again. The German gods. They're back.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you will definitely get lucky.
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
I'm more of a pleasures of the mind kind of guy, you know what I mean? I can give myself an orgasm 3 times over just by thinking about it.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
By uns. She knows Mandarin too. Should I be honest? Do I sound like the old man? Do I tell them I'm not interested? Do I tell them I'm a broke bitch? Or do I try to therapy them? Tell them you charge for therapy? I don't have any money, so give me money.
I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
What? What the fuck did she just say? I like American money. All we have on our money are bill. Oh, like the dollars. The dollars, like George Washington and Benjamin.
All right, I'll bite. Which of them old men are sexy?
I like Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
Reinhard, you literally only like Hamilton because of the name, dude, because you like the musical.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say, a snack?
I get it. You like older men. Look, kids, you seem like nice enough
They're
folks,
really
but I
down
wasn't
bad.
planning on buying drinks tonight.
They're so down bad, they're digging a
Stop
hole in the
teasing the
floor
cowboy
right
kid.
now.
They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
What? Dude, it's no wonder they wanted to get past the bouncer.
Dang, really? I ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Okay, wait. Anybody else who reads like vampire fics? Is there ever ever a worry for people that get their necks sucked by a vampire that they're gonna contract like a disease? Like a blood disease? Because like, how many people have those fangs bitten? You know what I mean? Yes? Is there like a vampire drama where the vampire goes to visit their blood bag in the hospital because they got fucking like hepatitis or something?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here. Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
I'm not here for kinks! Unless we're therapying.
Wait, kink room?
Mm-hmm. You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Ha! You might not be.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome.
There's a
I'm
what
sure I'll
room?
be seeing plenty of you.
There's a sex room!
Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of...
Oh shit, my bad.
Ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
Dude, everything that comes out of their mouth... everything that comes out of their mouths and in their mouths. It's all horny, man!
My neck throbs with anticipation.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Well, thanks, Crimson.
Sam is so fucking willy-nilly. I guess we'll go to the sex
I
room.
knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
Well, I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into biting.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
I can't even commentate on this, dude. They're stealing all of my fucking jokes. You don't even need Gale Galleon anymore. They're doing all the shit for me. These fucking gods are literally Gale Galleon divided into two. This is Gale Galleon in the form of Pisces.
That's the plan. Who's going first?
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up. Remember, Sammy boy, just stick the tips of them fangs into the blue veins and we'll all have a nice time.
Gotta do fucking surgery, huh? Huh? No, fuck him. Jugular.
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
He's completely out of his mind now. He's starting to speak Roman.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Well, sure thing. Come on over. Oh, where'd your neck go?
Trying to bite her cheek off.
It's right here, waiting for you.
Ow!
Oh, where'd you...
It's right here, waiting
Can
for
I, how low
you.
can I go? Ow!
Oh, shucks, I missed. It's a little dark in here.
Yeah, never worried about my teeth having a problem getting in.
Do you need me to guide you, Honigmörchen?
Yeah, I'll just put the fucking things in. Dude, why do you have a fucking a barrier there, man?
Oh, Reinhard, the hot old vampire wore me out.
This is not even sexy.
Me too, Maxie. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
That must be a German thing.
Reinhard, mein Zucker Fledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
She's not saying words. Those aren't real words. Reinhard, mein Zuckerfledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah, sure thing, fella. Maybe I can tell you some Eisenhower stories.
Nicario, thank you for the super chat. What is that, by the way? If that's referring to something inappropriate, that's bad. But thank you for the super chat. I don't know what that means. Wait, are they going to get it on now? Oh my god. Not with him! Not with Sam! They're about to go into the cab.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh?
Is beans like the ones who eat the vegetable? Oh. I did not know there were blue beans, actually. Wait, yeah, I can't think of any blue beans.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins. Let's see what's on TV.
Bro, I can't believe we even got smart technology on our fucking coffins, man. Why does the internet have to be plugged into everything? You know, back in my day, the radio used to work on an antenna, and it would pick up a satellite signal, and all you had to do was turn the damn thing on.
Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. I'm not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
Athena! Thank you very much for the redirect. Hello, everybody. My name's Gale Galleon, and I'm currently... I think sharing a coffin with a hot stud of a vampire. I think we're about to get the suck on. I think we're about to get the fucking suck. Not the fuck and suck. I think we're about to get sucked in the neck. Sorry, the phrasing is a little bit weird though, but hello everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for the redirect. Sucked in the bad way. Sucked in the my life as is being completely ruined right now. Barry, thank you very much for the 5 gifted member pips. Thank you very, very much. Vampire Therapist. Yeah, this game's pretty good so far. I really, as loath as I am to say it, there's some German goths, and so far they're like my favorite characters. I just don't want to go. I don't want to be freaky with them. I want to like have a drink and listen to them talk about the Und das meine.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Sent them?
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them
Is breakfast? Do vampires have to suck blood in this world? I know in some fanfics, vampires don't need to suck blood, but it gives them like their strength, right? So they can like, it's like their vitamins basically. Like you could be vitamin deficient and still live. Just probably like suffer from some blood withdrawals. Oh yeah, thank you very much for the gifted member pip. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Usually it's the other way around, isn't it?
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We're gonna get started now?
Guys, we're getting into the real therapy.
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Ooh, what brought me here today? Let's see. Why would I want therapy? Let me ask this question to myself. Maybe there's a string here that I can follow along. Even if I'm not Sam, maybe there's a way I can follow along. Let's see. I came here for therapy today to talk about I don't know, I'm perfect.
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like, being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
See, this is why Sam's the main character and not me.
Why
I don't
is
know
that
what I'm
up to
doing.
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Huh? Is that a Twilight reference? Just tell me that's a Twilight reference. And also, it still isn't good.
I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is. When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Ooh, is it the control fallacy? Because it feels like vampires as a whole are like, it feels like they all need help because they're broken in some way, maybe? I would say it's the control fallacy.
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something. Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that is enough.
Damn. That's all you really can do. Dude, this is some Buddhism shit almost, isn't it? Like, life is going to be life no matter what. Just get rid of all of your doubts and worries and let everything that happens happen.
But I am eager to learn how you developed this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first V-mailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire.
I think you're still a bit of a nasty bitch. You just went to the sex room with some goths.
When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? That's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
Oh my god, he labeled himself again. Did you see it?
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch, dumbest thing.
All very relatable.
Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
I do.
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
Oh, I don't get to answer. I would say, yeah, nice one. Yay, you did it. Well done, Androma Nachos. You're labeling yourself.
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
Guys, we talked about that during the Good Wishes stream. Remember that? You guys remember that?
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself. So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending, and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of the gang.
Oh shit, the Pinkertons! Dude, this is literally Red Dead Redemption!
I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it. They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
He's gonna fucking... Dude, don't tell this guy anything about yourself. He will be able to dox you immediately. And Drama Nachos be like, oh yes, I see. You're using this type of dialect. You're using these words specifically. You must be a Midwesterner from the... What the fuck? This guy knows everything.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more. Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think.
This VTuber uses some very colorful language. He's definitely a part of the Canadian Northern Front.
I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
Why?
Wait, that's all? Wait.
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator.
Uh-huh. What's wrong with that?
Should statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
Should statements. I shoulda, coulda, woulda!
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure.
Oh, this is for the anxieties in chat.
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are.
Like peeing.
We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise.
And paying taxes.
Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion.
Okay.
I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
Nope.
I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date. I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases. Did you miss my should statement?
I did!
Try again. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
Wait, I gotta read the book again. The fuck is this? Should statements. Sometimes we judge others and ourselves with arbitrary rules on how things should be. And then we get hopping mad when our expectation... Oh, sorry, I wasn't reading this like Sam. Should statements can put a lot of pressure on us. But there ain't too many universal rules. Heck, we should probably be dead because our hearts ain't beating. But it seems that ain't true. I see. Let me read them again.
I should drink blood today.
You should do that.
I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date. I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases. Did you miss my...
I did. I missed it twice, actually.
I should go to the vampire dentist. You know
I feel
what
like it's
they
this
say.
one.
If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
I think it's this one. Because this underlying statement at the very end is like over-explaining, so it's like the pressure of getting bad fangs leads them to go to the vampire dentist.
That's the one. No one should go to a dentist. Goddamn butcher.
It was wrong!
That is not true. We have to go to the dentist. Our teeth are important to us. How long has it been since you've seen a dentist, Samuel?
No, not since the Civil War, and I'd rather keep it that way.
We'll talk about that in another session.
Okay, we learned some hidden lore about Sam.
I should drink blood today.
Well, I gotta read it again. We judge others and ourselves with arbitrary rules. With rules.
I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date. I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases.
These also seem... These all seem very normal.
I should go to the vampire dentist.
It's the dentist, man! Is it the... I should drink blood today? Do you not have to?
Well, I guess if you don't want to drink blood, you don't have to.
But I'll die if I don't. Permanently.
Chat, we learned. Chat, vampires have to drink blood. We learned some more lore. Look, listen, I don't understand vampires as well as a human. So, I'm getting my baby feet together right now.
So, I guess you should drink blood.
Try again. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Is it because they're your blood partner, you don't have to take them out on a date? Like, that's not a requirement?
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
But okay, I'm gonna argue that. I don't think that the phrasing of that is turning it into something you have to do. I don't think that it leads them to believe that it's a necessity, but it's more, I sometimes say like, I should do this thing because I think it would be good for me. It's not something that I think I have to do. Like, I should take care of my cans, but I don't. Or am I pressuring myself into doing that? Ooh.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
If you want to do it, you'll do it. I think you've surmised it. I think that's what they also said in the game. But I think that surmises it into the most succinct way of explaining the should statements. The should statements. What are they called again? Distortion, cognitive distortion. So, if you want to do it, you will do it. Turning something you would normally want to do into a should creates a pressure.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Oh,
Everyone's into
I've only
cowboys
been in
here.
Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far,
I kind of
I've
fucked
good
up that
heart,
last
hasn't
one, but I'll
mattered
try
much.
my best,
I'm
man.
willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
You're damn right I am!
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the woods. I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either. I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive.
Disqualifying the positive. Guys, we know all about that here. All of us do.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality, with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds.
Especially you. Don't point at yourself like that, Chai. Don't point at yourself like that. We gotta think of this optimistically. Don't put yourself down like that. Don't disqualify your positive being.
I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
True.
Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things.
That's probably the answer, but I want to see the rest anyway.
I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
Oh, that's literally it.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you do.
Why did he literally made that as easy as possible? Is it because I'm failing? I'm failing my class, aren't I?
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
Whoa, tomorrow?
With the music, I forgot.
I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You don't worry.
He's gonna
I can sense
babysit
your
us.
Instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
That's not a distortion, is it?
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could use the help.
Very well, Samuel. Let's try some examples. I will give you a
I like
statement,
these are fun.
You find the cognitive distortion in it. I am far sexier than movie vampires. Therefore, I should be a movie star.
That's a control fallacy.
This should be an easy one, Samuel. The distortion I am displaying is right in the name. Try once more. I am far sexier than movie vampires. Therefore, I should be a movie star.
It's a should statement.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one. That's a should statement.
Don't say it's an easy one. You just failed.
Secure enough to be an actor anyway.
Excellent, Samuel. Would you like another exercise?
Give it to me.
If I cannot consume high-quality blood, I might as well drink blood from Florida.
Floridians called the fuck out. Lamau. Is that Nosferatu thinking?
That's Nosferatu thinking, ain't it?
Correct, Samuel. That being said, I am sure there is still decent blood to drink in Florida, but I would bring a test kit anyway.
Oh man, vampires.
Would you like another exercise?
They're not very sensitive, are they? Yeah, keep going.
I am an antediluvian old fart.
Labeling.
Well, that sounds like labeling to me. You ain't just an old fart. Are you actually older than the flood, though?
Do I look that old?
Oh, not at all. I was just...
I am joking.
The flood? Like Noah's Ark?
The myth of the flood was at least 1,000 years before I was born. Would you like another exercise?
Yeah, keep going.
With my terrifying powers, I know I shall never be destroyed.
Is that a control fallacy? Or is this also a should statement without the should?
I think that's a control fallacy, unless you know something I don't.
That's correct, Samuel. Though my powers are indeed phenomenal, the universe holds mysteries and dangers I cannot fathom. Would you like another exercise?
Keep it going.
I may hold vast knowledge, but acquiring it was inevitable thanks to my immortality.
Ooh. Is that also a control fallacy? Actually, I don't know. Let's see. I may hold vast knowledge, but acquiring it was inevitable, like this was a certainty. thanks to my immortality. So this sounds like a control fallacy.
Try once more.
What?
Sir. Is what I am saying fair to myself? I may hold vast knowledge, but
oh, it's disqualifying the positive. It's because he holds vast knowledge, not because he's fucking old as shit. It's because he's wise.
I know that one. That's disqualifying the positive for sure.
I knew you would catch that one. Would you like another exercise?
Yeah, I caught it. Definitely first try.
I am lazy and useless because I slept the night away in my coffin.
It wouldn't happen to be labeling, would
That's
it?
just labeling, Chief. Ain't nothing wrong with having a sleep in once in a while.
Well done, Samuel. Would you like another exercise?
Dude, how many of these are there? I want to go through all of them.
All over me the last time I drank. I am always so messy.
The control fallacy? Wait, which one was... Dude, I liked Samuel's description of them before. When he called it like high noon and like saloon thinking and shit like that. I like that. Let's see. The Nosferatu thinking. Sometimes things can seem black and white. That's the showdown one. Which one's the saloon one? Is not here. Where is on page 1? What? Was it the control fallacy? Feeling responsible or so... I think that you are...
I'm making quite a judgment based on a single instance.
Fuck! They call themselves... They call themselves messy. It's
quite a judgment.
What?
I got blood all over me. I got blood all over me the last time I drank. I am always so messy.
It wasn't labeling either? Then it's the Nosferatu?
That sounds like Nosferatu thinking to me. Everyone has a messy feed from time to time.
That's absolutely right. The dry cleaning bill is punishment enough without the self-judgment.
I gotta remember what the control fallacy one is, I think. I think that one is confusing me. A lot of us bloodsuckers have a habit of either feeling responsibility or soul control, or of feeling completely hopeless. Thing is, usually neither is true. Feeling hopeless don't mean we're powerless, and feeling untouchable don't mean we're invincible. That's a control fallacy either way. Our real capabilities are somewhere in between.
Would you like another exercise?
Don't talk to me when I'm reading my journal.
I should speak at least 300 languages, including Java. I do live forever after all.
Is that another disqualifying the positive?
In this statement, I am putting considerable pressure on myself, but where does it come from? Try once more. I should speak at least 300 languages.
I didn't even see the should.
Do live forever after.
I thought okay, guys, I didn't read it. I listened to him. I thought he said I can at least speak 300 languages, including Java. Guys, that was literally, I just misheard it and I didn't read it.
Well, that's one of them should statements, ain't it?
I would have gotten that run. I swear to fucking God, I would have gotten it that time.
Goodness for that. Would you like another exercise?
Yes, please.
Whenever I meet a crypto vampire, I cannot control myself. I must destroy them.
What? Then that's a Nosferatu.
Remember what powers we have, what powers we do not have. Whenever I meet a crypto vampire, I cannot control myself. I must destroy them.
I must destroy them. How is that control? Oh! There was feeling responsibility. Or feeling hopeless. Okay.
Well, that sounds like a control fallacy.
Like it's something you have to
Sure,
do.
you don't have to kill crypto vampires.
Indeed, Samuel. They are dead inside anyway. Would you like another exercise?
They're dead inside anyway. Based.
Someone complimented my suit the other day. But he did so only because he feared my godlike powers.
Disqualifying the positive. I did it!
Sounds like you're disqualifying the positive to me. Your clothes are pretty damn snappy.
And, of course, I could not know whether he was afraid of my godlike powers. I think that is plenty of practice.
No, I just started to get on the roll, man.
Samuel, do you feel more confident now?
Can I answer
I
truthfully?
think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get the liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
Okay.
How much is a liter?
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired.
What the hell's a goddamn kilometer, man? Drama nachos?
Please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Dude, he literally said die. I guess that's what happens when you go into a coffin. I gotta rest in the piss.
Ah, Samuel, glad to see you are awake.
Oh, we're back.
Your first client is on his way.
What was the achievement? Completing the quiz. Since it's technically optional, I guess they applauded me for going through all of them.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is quite a gift. All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
Okay.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Sometimes Sam is so dumb and makes him hot. Hey, are you labeling Sam? I know he's not labeling himself as dumb right now, but it seems like you're starting to put a label on him. Now he's gonna start thinking that he is really dumb.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
Thank you, Mr. Nachos.
You can see the future.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
Don't disqualify the positive things that I said about you, Mr. Nacho.
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive, that's gotta be a distortion. Disqualifying the positive, it's gotta be.
You barely require my aid as it is.
He completely forgot what happened yesterday, didn't he? Dude, I failed that test with flying colors.
Telepathically. Don't think about it too much. When you are 3,000, such things will cease to impress you. Let us look at your first client's case file.
Dr. Drain, huh? He ain't got no first name?
You know, I got something he could... I got something he can trade! It's my dick! Anyway, sorry. Intake information. Dr. Drain is a class of 1614 graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. Became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion: detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits. Okay.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
I hope you're proud of that joke. No, honestly, I'm not proud of it. I think that was a terrible joke. And that's what made it beautiful. I think the worst jokes are sometimes the best ones you could pull out. Many vampires go by one name. Family and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed. You catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
But
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself, and all will be well.
Do you think that was his name before turning?
Satan bless it all, I hate flying!
He's got a weaker chin than I thought he would. His face looks a little bit more, it looks like he's been mewing, doesn't it, in this picture? On his picture right here, this front facing one. At the 2/3, he kind of got a weak chin. Not gonna lie.
Hey there.
Oh wait, now he looks, wait, no, never mind. Hang on a second, it was just that one frame. Damn, this guy's got his mewing streak on lock, 2 months going.
God's blood, what on earth are you?
The fuck do you mean, the fuck am I?
My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drain. And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Bit of a preconception you've got there of Americans, huh?
Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you? And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee.
How the fuck did you get convinced to come here? You sound like you don't need me. Go live off your life in a ditch.
Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Andy.
Are you alright, Samuel?
Holy shit! Hey, Andy. What's the weather gonna be like tomorrow?
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours.
I gotta relate to this prick.
What does this poor vampire want?
Blood! Oh, fuck. Alright, what do we got? He wants a reality check. He wants to leave. He wants to complain. He wants to complain.
I think he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what? I just let him complain?
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Well, if you say so.
Holy shit, this is actually therapy for this poor doctor?
Don't
Question mark?
worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
We haven't done anything yet. Oh shit, I disqualified the positive. Thanks, Doc.
Well, are you just going to sit there?
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna ask how your trip here was. My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat. I hate being a bat.
Familiar?
I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey. I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform. All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway.
Yeah, how could you get killed if you're already dead, dump ass?
You all right there, pal? Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine. I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
Is it because you want to, like, ask me to invest in your startup business? Are you developing Apple, out of curiosity? His horse died! Is that the flat tire he was talking about? Was his familiar a horse? Yeah, you have an addiction problem.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it? What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him. Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime.
Hey, we're all living a single lifetime, bitch.
Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away.
So, high key, I've never gotten any professional medical help before, but, so take this with a grain of salt. I've always heard from the grapevine, that people who consider themselves to be very smart are usually the ones that find themselves very difficult. It's very hard for them to help themselves because they think to themselves that I would never, if I knew about this thing, I would never fall for it. But even if you know about it, you're still just as likely to fall for it, if not more likely, for these what they're calling cognitive distortions. It's because you think you're so smart that you're immune to it because you understand how it works. But because of that, you're more likely to. I think. Pretty sure.
Tips. Let me think.
So this guy thinks that all he needs is the answer on how to fix his addiction problem and he'll be fine. But there's a lot more going on than just that. And he needs to actually reevaluate who he is and what he is. There are no easy solutions. That's true. If he wants to get over his addiction, then he's going to need to really put in the fucking work, and it's not going to be easy like he wants it to be.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you, but I'm here to listen. You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T.
You also said it without a T, by the way.
And I know how you English love your tea. Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone.
That was a bit of a stereotype there, Sam. You want to talk about that?
I appreciate the concern, though.
I'm actually surprised. Considering how much he vented at us, I thought he wasn't done yet. I really thought that telling him that there was not going to be an easy solution would have set him off again. I thought he would have flipped out. Not gonna lie.
Admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing.
Ooh, Tree, good fucking comment. Tree says, as soon as you think you're immune to something, you stop looking for the symptoms. Is that a control fallacy? You think you're invincible? Question mark. Not you, but someone might think they're invincible now. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing.
I tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do. What exactly are you addicted to?
I'm addicted to VTubers, Mr. Sam.
It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals.
Ah! My phone! Ow! Oopsies. Sister Galleon just says, true!
You're losing.
I don't know what, in regards to what, though.
Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive.
Okay, now, I know you're from England. Can you speak it in English?
Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do.
You got ligands.
I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us, and hope for all humanity. Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to.
A vampiric catalyst.
Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace.
I mean, to be fair, if I worked at like a potato chip factory, I would also probably eat a lot of potato chips. If there were some good ass potato chips and I worked in a potato chip factory, you know my ass gonna be sneaking some bags, man. You're gonna tell me that I can work the factory that makes the best damn chips in the world and not get a handful? Are you stupid? Of course I'm gonna eat some of that shit.
Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings. Maybe you had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right. Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
It's that one!
Samuel, listen to him. Do you recognize his patterns of thought?
I do!
Distortions in there, ain't there?
There's like a million.
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
I'll do my best. Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure. But it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all.
Oh, yep. You're fucked, dude. You're too damn smart that you're an idiot.
Look at me. 400 years of study. I don't know many people
Dude, as soon as I saw it, 400 years of studying, I already knew what that shit was. Bro, you think because you lived so long, you would be immune to all this shit, man. Fuck off, bitch. Dump ass. Sam said, I don't know how many people call working with leukocytes dabbling.
I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set.
Yeah, there's some people who go on to podcasts that claim to be doctors that just make up words. So honestly, that's possible.
Perhaps, but if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little. But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years. You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Is that labeling? Oh, no. It's a should statement.
Well, who said you should have achieved more? Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work.
But we don't know, because maybe it'll take 400 more years. You never know. With the way science is, you don't have a guarantee. You can't just study something and then say, by 2 months from now, I will have the solution to our problem. You have to study it. It might even happen tomorrow.
And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all. Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is. Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality.
You're a realist, aren't you? Fucking punches this stupid nerd.
Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
It's all my fault, really. That's a control fallacy, dude. You feel helpless. You feel weak.
So it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood. It can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience.
So you're not working with a team. You're working by yourself, if that's the case.
Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. It sounds
Dude, I'm
to
so
me like
fucking
you're
good at this
some
now.
kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I am a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding.
No, it is, though!
And are you
It
ever
is,
gonna
though.
have
He's
perfect
trying to have control over it all. He said he has to have something after 400 years of studying the damn thing. You want to say that after 400 years, you have solved everything because it's such a long time to you.
No, of course not. I'm not a wizard.
You're a vampire.
So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
Oh, where is it? You called yourself irrelevant? Wait, no. Wait. This one's a little bit of a tricky one for my brain. Now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance. Does that mean he's labeled himself? I can't tell sometimes. I wish this didn't exist! Labeling's fun! Can we not have this be a fallacy, man? Adela, welcome back for a whole year! This game is exposing me and I don't like it. You should like it. You should like it. Knowing more about yourself is important. If you don't understand yourself, then the whole world's going to seem like a mystery as to why things happen. Being smart is a good thing, and being sometimes exposed can be enlightening. Anyway, is he labeling himself? I'm not reading chat. I'm not reading chat right now. I think it's labeling.
Now, why would you go and label yourself irrelevant? What else do you call a man who has nothing to show after 400 years? I reckon I'd call him by his given name. Slapping a label on yourself don't do nothing but weigh you down.
Dog, he's got such a way with words.
Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point. But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
Actually, wait. Yo, counterpoint, I think that's literally what you need.
Ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs. Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are. But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug.
But that's not the problem here, I don't think. I don't think the drug addiction is the problem.
Well, so what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it? I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive.
You know, guys, I want to just say that, you know, substance abuse is, it's a bit of a scary topic. It's definitely, you know, a lot of people can definitely relate to it. And, you know, some of us even have a reliance on it, even if, you know, I'm not saying you need to out yourself in chat. By the way, guys, I'm going to go grab a Joja Cola really quick. Give me 2 seconds. The hell you mean he forgets about water? I've been drinking water the whole time here. I've been drinking water this whole time, y'all. Literally. I just want a taste of the sweetness. What's so wrong with that, huh? I'm not addicted. I'm not addicted. Can tower must be maintained daily. I throw those shits out. I only have 2. There's some more cans behind me I forgot about.
Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else.
Oh, right.
Someone who lives.
Like he's talking about his drug addiction.
And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed. You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night? Oh, nothing of the sort. Oh well, I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself.
Oh, I see. So you don't sleep.
Oh, wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep? Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do. So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
What? Forgive my language. Are you a silly Billy? Are you a goofy head? Don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep. Is that Nosferatu thinking? Just because you are like working really hard day and night, that doesn't mean you will eventually get depression.
Come on now, it's a big world out there, and different things are depressing to different people. Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call him, might even be a different degree of depressed?
He's a touch pessimistic. This is the most optimistic guy I know. He's trying to save the world. He can see the vision for a brighter tomorrow. He's not a pessimist. He's an optimist.
Very well. I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole.
Hyperboles.
Mild is putting it mildly, Buckaroo. Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed.
Didn't he say Buckaroo before? I thought he did.
Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, on life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
Isn't it dopamine that he wants? You asking me or him? This can of Joja Cola's giving me that dopamine I've been craving. Ah, yeah. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard. Is that another Nosferatu thought? It's not always hard. Right?
Dr. Train.
No! My streak!
If he is trying to bully himself into being happy, he has clearly met with minimal success.
Dr. Drain is calling himself a whiner for being sad.
Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner.
Oh, man.
Oh, boo-hoo, on life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
I didn't know that calling yourself a whiner is also another form of labeling. A wiener is a wiener. Regardless, I did not come here to be a wiener.
Now, why'd you say coming and talking to me makes you a whiner? Is that not what I currently am? Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label.
Fuck you, dude. I don't even see these labels come out, man.
Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer. Moaning, whinging, bellyaching, still all just labels. I don't believe I shall be using the term bellyaching in any case. But as I was saying, in the moments I wake up, I feel free.
Part 2.
I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like. When in the moments I wake up, I feel free. So when he wakes up, he feels like an ignoramus, but that's not labeling. This isn't labeling here. I know that's not labeling. It must be what being an ignoramus feels like. Is that disqualifying the positive? Maybe it's disqualifying the positive because the way, he's like, I feel good in the morning, but that's how dumbasses think.
So you're telling me you feel good when you wake up, and then you call yourself an ignoramus?
I'm fucking nailing this shit, dude. Call that the nail in the coffin.
Before you even get a chance to reflect on feeling good, you're insulting yourself. That's what I like to call disqualifying the positive. I'm simply stating facts. Stating facts shouldn't impede an argument.
Yeah, but it's fun anyway.
What good is that fact doing anyone? It's about as useful as an empty holster.
Do you only have cowboy cowboy metaphors?
Lest I somehow forget that you are a cowboy.
Thank God he pointed it out.
About this drug, though. Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy.
Yeah, because if you let yourself be happy, then you'll become content. And if you're content, it's going to impede your progress. And if you're content with your progress, then you're not going to be making any more breaks in research.
Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff.
I know that line of
Sounds like
reasoning.
It's making you get the rest you need, and it makes you feel good. What's the problem? First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have downsides. What kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell of blood and sex.
Did this dude invent fucking the blue pill?
Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful. I guess you must be having some kind of good time. That is not my idea of a good time.
Ha! He said, I dear. He said, I dear.
I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster. I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood.
But why shouldn't you do that?
Are you labeling yourself?
It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things. Well, I should be better at it.
Guys, this one's a tough one. Well, I should be better at it. Because he's a doctor. And he's got tons of research background. And he's made great strides in medical progress. He should be better at it. Fuck off.
You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you. You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself.
That's funny.
Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts?
He did.
I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years.
He doesn't want to say it, but he, in here, in that dead chest of his, in his fucking recessed cavity there, he gave himself the shoulds.
It's the oldest stuff.
He
that
should
sticks
all
with
over
us,
himself.
amigo. We all got traumas. Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it. Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again. And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff.
Dude, I think he's literally a therapist, guys. He's day one, first appointment. He's already giving homework to his patient.
Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all. Is that actually gonna happen, though? It might. You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it. All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. That's all I'm asking. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind. You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am.
That's the easy way out, dude. The easy way out? Or, sorry, there is no easy way out, dude. You gotta do it the hard way.
Yes, well, that is certainly true.
Nico, thank you very much for the redirect. Thank you a ton. Hello, everybody. My name's Gale Galleon, the Pirates captain of First Stage Production, Ian's group, Avallum. And I'm currently giving therapy to a drug addict. Yay! And I'm learning too! The psychos are here. Perfect, everybody. Sit down in the nice velvety red chair in the back. Let's talk about feelings. What's going on in your life right now? All right, Barry, thank you very much for the not the super chat. Thank you for the 5 gifted member pips. Thank you. Hey, psychos, yeah, sit down. We'll have a nice chat. We'll have a nice chat tonight.
I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks then. Farewell, Sam.
Masterfully done, Samuel.
Guys, look at these fucking
I knew you
sexy ass
well, but that
vampires.
doesn't make me any
Don't
less
worry,
pleased.
guys. I know this game is about vampires. It's called Vampire Therapist, but trust me, it's not about sex. It's actually about learning about ourselves and shit, man. Gale, hey, hello. Guys, we've learned about some things. Look at this. We learned about, what the fuck did we learn about? Cognitive distortions. We learned about... Guys, what the fuck did we learn about today? Labeling! Yeah. Labeling. Let's talk about labeling, everybody. Guys, you know when you fuck up in a video game that you're playing, you call yourself stupid? Like, shit. Damn, that was really dumb of me. Or maybe you say to yourself, I'm a diamond player in League of Legends. I should have made that play. Oh, well, those are labeling and should statements. Labeling yourself is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you believe that you are a dumbass, the more you will be a dumbass. And the should statements, since you should be better at League of Legends since you're a diamond player, it's like, well, give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're not the best. I mean, you could still be challenger or some shit, right? Even challenger players make mistakes. Anyway, we're learning tonight. Labeling for sex? Well, like pet names? Or do you mean like doggy style? What?
Well, that was
You try so hard not to emotionally dump. You do this so hard.
Gunslinger's hip.
It's hard. It is hard. But I think as long as you, I guess, dump responsibly, I mean, it's chill, right? Just be like, oh man, I really didn't like the way that I did that thing just now. Can I talk about that with you? If it's okay, you know? There's no problems talking about stuff. That's what friends are for! Anyway, we just finished a client. Well, we didn't finish him, but we finished our session just now with the client.
It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling.
That's a real fucking vampire right now, dude. This guy was dapping up Dracula back in the day.
Also, rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin. Next week you shall see a new client. I think they will be an interesting challenge for you.
What about fucking Mr. Drain here? We didn't even solve his case. Dr. Drain is still fucked up, isn't he? He's gonna think about it, but he's not saved yet. We gotta save him, guys.
I bid you good evening, Samuel. Rest in peace.
It's not about solving. No, it's not.
You too, Andy. Well,
I thought we would get more of it, though.
This time I got me some grub.
Let's go fucking eat some people. Thank God we finally get to the fun part of the game. Suck it on some goths!
Well, that's it, I guess. My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy stuff already. I sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Crimson.
When we say a drink, are we ever gonna drink alcohol?
Yosemite Sam. How you doing tonight, partner?
Better already, hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
They said to be back in 4 weeks. Oh, I missed that. Oops.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
District of Columbia? What the fuck is a Columbia?
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more, polished than I do.
You should hear my German.
Maybe some other time.
Please hit me with the German, dude!
I had my first
Das
therapy
ist
session with a real
gut!
client.
Das ist gut!
Oh yeah? How do you think it went?
DC? Oh, we're disconnecting? Are we disconnecting? Wait, actually, speaking of disconnecting, that was a joke. My OBS says that at some point we dropped a couple of frames. You guys probably said something earlier that I missed. Oh. Question mark. was great.
I reckon it was a bullseye on my end. You should have seen me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
Dude, I did feel like that. Literally, when I saw the disqualifying the positive at the beginning, I fucking flick shot that shit right there, dude. My reaction speeds were impeccable. I was like, bam! Snapshot at his head. I didn't even let him finish his words. I knew exactly what he was about to say before he even said it. Literally, Joseph Joestar asked me like, your next words are, yeah, but even though I've lived 400 years, I'm not as good as I could be.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their problems.
Don't worry, guys. I know what District of Columbia is. I was making a silly.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light.
Probably because he would die if he did.
Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
Are they trying to set me up for the jokes? Is that what it is?
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
Not a day past 120.
I'm gonna do the gentlemanly thing and not hazard a guess.
You would have gotten it wrong anyway. I'm 50 years young.
Damn! You don't even... Literally, don't look a day past 50.
50? I died around that age and I looked like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too, just not enough to turn me into one of you.
Oh, see, that's the shit that the people were hoping for back in the day. That anti-aging cream, this is what it's made out of. Vampire blood.
I've been 30 for a good while now.
You look like shit, relatable. Labeling!
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty after a big night.
I mean, I've got a bit of thirst.
Give this to you.
Oh yeah? What is it?
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood. Andy can't stand the stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high.
Yeah, I believe that.
You'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I got that sweet ash blood right there. Yeah, that shit. Give me that sugar high.
Oh, it ain't so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
Wow, that's very creative and very romantic. What does it taste like, though?
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
Oh, of course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
By the way, how did they get that blood? She said some Americans came to donate it. How did they donate it? Did they get a vampire to go... You know, like how somebody siphons gasoline out of like a rundown car?
Incredible protege.
Is that what they did? They fucking...
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Evidence stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
Yeah, we should actually. I could use a refresher.
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight.
I only fucked up once last time, right? I only had to see Andrew Nachos once.
Your next client has been known to be somewhat difficult. Here, look at her intake form.
Isabella Deste. Dang, she's got some funny tasting hats.
What is she wearing on her head? She looks like she belongs on a Las Vegas billboard. Like, I can see, like, to the left of her or to the right of her, it just says, like, Casino 777. Isabella d'Este, age 550, female from the Renaissance. Isabella d'Este was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, and Michelangelo. She received a humanist education and knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She comes from a highly aristocratic background but has endured considerable family issues through the generations. She states that she is undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggests... Minor spelling mistake! Forgot the second G there. Suggesting that her life and unlife have been both meaningless. Suggestion. Be exceedingly polite.
I think you should get along quite well then.
Walked right into that one.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe.
We don't ask those kinds of questions there, she's sensei. I cannot give those kinds of questions out, unfortunately. I can't say when.
She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
No, it's okay, don't worry.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
And just one more thing. On that note, I will not be giving out any, like, you know, I'm not going to be answering any questions about the auditions. I just hope you did well. I hope you did your best. She's having an existential crisis? Yeah, I think literally. I think it said literally she was having an existential crisis, right? Yeah, existential immortality crisis. Basically, she's fucking... she's having a freak out because she lives forever. What do you do with that much time?
If you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are not alone. But I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel.
Hold it. And breathe out. All right. I'm ready, Mr. Nachos.
Oh, and do be polite.
Yeah, I read the fucking synopsis. Oh, bats!
Goodness. So you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so rugged.
Did I vote in the Sanrio character ranking this year? If I did vote for somebody in the Sanrio character ranking this year, I would vote for somebody who was completely irrelevant. Like, if I was gonna vote for somebody, probably somebody irrelevant. Like, oh, like, I don't even know this one's name. Probably this one. I think it's pronounced Cinnamoroll. Probably that one. It's very cute. Very, very cute one.
Sam Walls at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
You've never seen that one before? Yeah, they rarely get any limelight. I don't think Sanrio even recognizes that they're real, man.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
Senora. All right, Senora. Let's be polite. Senora.
All right, Senora.
You have seen my what? Have you been peeking under my skirts, young man?
Don't trust me, you know? Definitely would not be doing that for you.
Huh? What are you talking about, lady?
Senora. Say it.
I literally said that, you prick!
Signora.
Senora. Senora.
I like how Sam here is literally reading the G. Like, she's literally saying it verbally. It's not like he can see this. He is adding a G in there of his own volition.
Signora?
Porca miseria. This is not going to be easy, is it?
Therapy ain't never easy, Senora.
So, therapy is always easy then?
I said it ain't never easy, Senora.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
Is you is, or is you ain't my baby?
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
Well, I am a vampire after all. You know, spawn of Satan.
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Senora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
Hey, we got a smile out of her.
I'm just here to help, Senora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time? Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
So what's it off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Hey, I love the cinema.
The cinema. No. Cinema. Cinema. Do you think she likes Hollywood stuff? Actors. She's probably super into like Famous people.
Hot dang, them actors can really light up the screen sometimes. I'll admit, I'm pretty into the celebrity gossip scene. Who's hooking up with who? Who's making waves? I can't get enough of it.
A foolish obsession.
Oh,
One must appreciate art, not the artist. If common mortals knew what Caravaggio had done in his free time, they would burn every one of his paintings.
I thought that she was like into like the personal lives of artists, man, because she was working with so many famous people. But maybe she has a disdain for it now because of how much time she spent alive or unalive.
They'd have to know who Caravaggio is first.
You're looking at my what?
Oh, do you know who Caravaggio is?
Maybe let's get back to talking about
Who's
what it was
that?
you saw at the cinema.
It was a most terrible film, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
No, that was an actual train. It was definitely coming right for you guys. Thank God you got out of there.
This film was not powerful, it was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible.
Dude, you think she's complaining about the Minecraft movie?
And the audience, fools that they were, cheered, applauded this desecration of the mind.
I can only imagine her face when they said, "Chicken jockey!"
I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
Dude.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Spacewalker.
Oof. Probably the remaster version.
Wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
Honestly, power to her for trying to understand, new age stuff. I find it very difficult to get with the times as an old man myself. Sometimes I struggle to keep up with current trends that the kids are into these days. So honestly, the fact that she's got an open mind about it just shows that she has the capacity for compassion.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art.
Hey, I didn't label you. You did it yourself.
But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I understand now.
My time.
My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
This is this sounds like a control fallacy because ideally she wants her art to have power, and currently she feels as though it has no impact on the world as a whole. So there's a lack of control in there. Fuck!
Woman, the answers are overly simple for Signora d'Este, are they not, Samuel?
You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless.
You don't seem that dead to me. We're having this conversation, ain't we?
Dude, these are the same to me, man. Dude, I cannot differentiate between the Nosferatu bullshit and this control bullshit, man. Yo, get me back there. I gotta read one more time. No, not the clients. Fuck the clients. Tell me about my cognitive distortions, man. We got the Nosferatu. Sometimes things can seem black and white. Win or lose, famine or feast, live or die, like everything's a big showdown. It can feel like we've only got two options, winning the day or ending up with a stake in there. Okay, I can see how this would affect... I can see how this would be considered the Nosferatu thinking, because if her art has no meaning, then it is pointless. I get it. Shut up! Anyway.
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking.
Dude, she doesn't know what that means.
You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
Explain the thought to her.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
Okay, now that's a control
All the
fallacy.
world benefited? There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get them all, can you?
But I could, once upon a time.
I don't even know who you are, Isabella.
You can't reach everybody, Senora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Dude, the Colt 1911, the pistol from World War One.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No,
Nah.
I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
Girl, what you gotta realize is that making worldwide changes is not the end goal of a life. Being self-satisfied is important when it comes to art. Oh my god! Artists in chat, pay attention today.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
You know why? It's because the institution's keeping the people down, man. It's keeping the lower class down. And only the upper class get to appreciate the fine arts. They'll never understand. Nobody wants them to understand. They don't want to teach them.
We only know what we know. But you were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
That's actually pretty funny. That's disqualifying the positive, isn't it? It's because they were sold on beer coasters. Does it make the impact of the Mona Lisa less valuable?
Come on now. Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for. I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
That's true. By the way, new Gale merch dropping next week. No, I'm just
So
kidding.
just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
That's true.
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
Damn. She truly believes that. Guess we're gonna have to unkill her.
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
Man, what? I actually do want there to be a should statement that doesn't use the word should. I want there to be like a big twist up where it doesn't say blah 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 should. I want a good one where it doesn't use that.
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose. But does all art need those things?
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
Who you been doodling, bro?
It is a pointless reason.
Or maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Winter Gale Doko. I saw that recently some people have been getting the birthday merch shipped out, if I'm not mistaken. The Gale birthday merch, recently people were getting emails for that being shipped out, so hopefully hopefully within a normal time frame. Dude, I'm so mad that it took this long. It's been fucking 5 months. God. Either way, yeah. Yep. I had my manager tell me last night that shit is starting to get shipped out. I just hate that it took so long. I just hate that it took so damn long. Oh, what was she saying? Maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is I don't have the same shoulds
Perhaps
you do.
you should.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
I'm not a peasant. I'm actually a therapist. And you're here under my control right now. Isabella.
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
Okay, she's like right on all accounts. Also, this is labeling.
Now why have you gotta go and call yourself names?
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
Dude, this is literally what they do in Jujutsu Kaisen. She's making her own little, what's it called? Ryoiki Tenkai. The fucking, I only know the Japanese word for it. What the fuck is it called? The fucking, the pocket dimension shit. She's making her own pocket dimension.
Is all you are?
This
Domain
is how I am
expansion.
defined by the world.
Domain expansion. Useless old woman who should die.
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue. You know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman, railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
Someone said domain expansion. Domain expansion. 300 years of vampirism.
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and over again.
Dude, I know so many people that are just like this. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and over again. The self-fulfilling prophecy of needing everything to be as best as it can be. And then realizing that that's not always going to be the case. It might happen sometimes. Maybe you're extremely talented in what you do. But the moment that you start forgetting that not everything is going to work out the way you want it to, this disappointment adds a fucking load on your shoulders. And every single time, another disappointment. Didn't do it perfectly. Another disappointment. And you just keep stacking these up like it's, I don't know, like it's a debuff in a video game. And it's stacked up like 99 times. Because you want everything to be the way you want it to be. You gotta realize that shit doesn't work out the way you want it to all the time. All the time. Plans fail. Sometimes your art doesn't come out the way you want it to. Sometimes you don't speak the way you want to. Sometimes you don't go where you want to. You know? Shit happens.
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
Oh my god, dude! She was having her edgy teen phase. But like for the past 534 years.
What happened when you were 16?
I got married.
Oh.
I think I get it.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
Pulls collar. Actually, I do get it. Did you see those goths from before?
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband, he taught me the meaning of disappointment.
And that became your personality from then on. I see.
He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction.
Can you elaborate on that?
But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all. Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
Oh man, I relate to that right about now. Shit. I fucking feel that, Isabella. This game came out last year, but I totally understand what the fuck is going on. I can see why you would think that.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition.
Wait, that's completely contradictory to what we're doing here. She's literally not, though. She does not have a questioning mind. She says that I am talented, that's how it should be, I should have an impact on the world. That is not a questioning mind. Question yourself, why does what you do not have an impact?
This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
God complex, Jesus.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
You mean being nudists? You mean being Italian? Hey, mamma mia! Well, what is our true nature here?
Oh, you mean being Italian?
Madre de Dio, what are you talking about? What is an Italian? I care nothing of nations and their petty squabbles. Like mortals, they die and are forgotten.
Wait, she said like mortals, but it actually says like humans here. I think this is a deliberate attempt to ruin my psyche.
Oh, sorry. I just figured on account of the accent.
She doesn't know what italics is? Girl has never booted up Word Doc in her life.
What accent?
Never mind. Well, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
I have always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible. Ah, shit. It's obvious. It's back to these two sons of bitches. Back to these two sons of bitches. Thank God they're right here side by side. Talia, welcome back for another month. Hi, Gale. How are you, Cap? Have a great stream, Cap. Hey, thank you, Cap. Have a good day, Cap. Hey, no Cap. Hope you're enjoying your night. Oh, man. This is Nosferatu thinking. This is Nosferatu thinking again.
So what happens if we don't become the greatest souls possible?
Then godliness is denied to us, as it should be.
No, okay, keep going.
So either we ascend or we're nothing, huh?
I am glad to hear you are not as foolish as you look.
Oh, let's be honest, senor. Plain folks like me ain't got aspirations of being as good as Jesus Christ. Ain't he supposed to be a forgiving sort anyway? Oh, let's just get back to what you were saying.
Oh no,
I have always
don't bring
known
up
we must
religious
master
to her.
ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
I have always known that we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice. Is that this is once again Nosferatu? What?
You know, there have been many entities over time that have tried to control humanity. They have all failed, and the Signora would do well to remember it.
See, that shit.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts.
That is the control fallacy, but like, so the reason I thought it was Nosferatu thinking is because the way she said we must master ourselves makes it feel like this is a necessity in life. You know what I mean? Like the way the Nosferatu thinking is described is that it's a do or die. Like this has to be it. Otherwise it's nothing, or else it's pointless. That's why I thought it was Nosferatu thinking, but I guess because it's another form of control.
You've been around
It's
a while,
control
senor.
fallacy.
In all that time, when have we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
Not a single day. Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
True!
All right, fair
Not
enough.
throwing myself in that bunch,
So
by
us
the way.
fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
You only concede because you agreed with me beforehand. And that is an evil thought in and of itself, Isabella.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy. Do you think that's gonna change because of you?
Bro, she doesn't know what the fuck a control fallacy is. Shut the fuck up.
Well, let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
Is this a disqualifying the positive? Because there are good things in life that are not disgusting and do not lead to war and death, just like the art that she does, so...
The world is very dark to our dear Signora. I did not know my own life was so devoid of meaning.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
Ow, I feel good. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Tiny frame drop for a smidgen, yeah. I've always known that the earthly lives that we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them. I guess that's Nosferatu thinking? No? I don't know what it is. I don't know what this statement is saying. Is it labeling because she's saying that our lives that we lead are disgusting? Is that a form of labeling? It's
The world
not.
is very dark to our dear Signora, is it not, Samuel? I did not know my own life was so devoid of meaning.
Then it's a
I have always known
Nosferatu.
that the
Hold up just a sec there, cowpoke. You really think all we can do is sow death and destruction?
I do not poke cows. Do I look like a farmer?
Hey, listen. Anyone could be a farmer, so long as you take the hat off.
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die?
Do quick math! Holy shit!
You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
Oh, she's a big picture kind of girl, huh?
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what. But let's continue.
Dude, he said the Hank Hill thing. I'll tell you what.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Ooh. Dude, it's only ever these two. If it's any of these three, shit's easy as fuck for me, right? It's just these two, man. It's only when these two come into play that it's hard. I'm flipping a coin here. No, flip a coin, yo. Let's just fucking... Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just gambling I need to do. I got a coin here. I got a coin here. All right, heads, Nosferatu thinking, tails, control fallacy. I dropped my coin. 1 second. One more try. Here we go. Heads, tails. Heads.
Our
Fuck!
esteemed client is very
Don't
good
take me
at
to the
coming up
casino.
with names for others, isn't she?
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible.
She's labeling
in such a
others.
state.
Oh my god.
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden.
Oh my god, she's labeling other people.
Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
I didn't even lose a 50-50. I lost a 100-0.
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls and saggy features. Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
The fuck's wrong with that? Literally.
Well, sure, why the heck not?
Yeah, exactly.
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Senora, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels. Well, let's keep talking, though.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side once more.
You know what I think this game needs? I think these people need to question what the fuck Sam is saying sometimes. How are they just gonna, like... It's like... Sam says his piece, and then they go back to whatever the fuck they were ranting about beforehand. I want to see them question, like, what do you mean by that, Sam? And then Sam will be like, if maybe you saw humanity in a lighter picture, you'd understand that not every day is about, making great strides in the development of humankind, but some days it's about living, seeing the tree and smelling a flower. It don't mean much to everybody else, but to you, that's what makes you feel alive, or some shit like that, By the way, what the fuck can you smell in the West? Isn't it just sand? I bet his nose doesn't even work anymore. He's got sand up in there. I've always known we should act with dignity. Shut.
I think this here's the meat of it, Senora. The filet mignon.
They end the discussion about the topic. Yeah, I know. There's like so much more that you could pick apart in here. I think this here's the meat of it, Senora. The filet mignon. Dude, I can't believe he likes Despicable Me.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
Oh my god, we're going back to the shoulds.
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero, Aquinas.
You're just saying names. You didn't never study with them people a bit.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Well, then why do you still think of them like they're the masters?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
This game might be so much longer. I'd be okay with that.
You, boy, that by pointing out my distortions, you have won. That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life.
So then maybe you gotta reallocate your energy.
Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, Once we reached the end, we would discover that he, too, was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
I see.
What do I say to that?
So you've lost your faith.
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body. Beauty and truth are lies. Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence.
Huh? Beauty and truth are lies? Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence? But what about the anime cat girls? That's beauty. They're not lies.
While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality. And to think they call me judgmental while they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
I have a feeling she might not be a fan of men. If she doesn't like men...
She likes women.
You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy? You're doing nothing but judging. I have never seen anyone judge more than you. Yes, absolutely.
I wouldn't put it that way exactly.
No, that's literally what I said. I think you are exactly the most judgmental person I've ever met in my life.
Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself. I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them. That's some heavy pressure, not just on them, but on yourself. I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction? We can't always control what things are gonna be.
That's true. Hey, Pipsqueaks, this is the part. What Sam is saying right here, this is the shit you start writing down. Let me see some fucking notepad. Where's the notepad one? Oh. Guys, we have an emote for this. Write this shit down. Write this shit down.
This is not acceptable.
Wait, don't write this down. Don't write this down. Don't write down. Don't, not this part. Not this part. This is not acceptable. That's a Nosferatu thinking.
Hold on, I know this one. What the heck she mean it's unacceptable to not be in control all the time?
Oh.
Say that again, Senora?
Wait, he didn't have assistance from Nacho Man.
I got some bad news for you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself. I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Yo, add a D to it and you get based.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that.
Yo, people shipping yaoi characters together, add a D to it and it's based. Hey, Lamau. Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that.
The world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
Yeah, dude. See, this is my charm right here. This is why I relate to Sam a lot. I speak very plainly. I think there are a lot of very articulate VTubers out there that can talk way better than I can in much more colorful ways. But I think the charm about me is this, like right here. I kind of, like, I'm not calling myself a simpleton. I'm not calling myself dumb. But I speak very plainly and bluntly to the point where it's very easy to grasp. I can do that very well. That's where all of my strength comes from.
Thanks, I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
Ma'am, I can't count past 3, but I'll take your word for it. I'll see you very soon.
Yes, indeed, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
You can't change the way I speak, my lady, so unfortunately, you're gonna have to deal with it.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Senora Deste quite well.
Did I? I kind of got babysat.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella d'Este hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
That I believe.
The older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Wait, did he also do the fucking disqualifying the positive again after Mr. Andro Nachos came back? He was like, Andro Nacho said, I think she doesn't hate you. He's like, are you sure? I think she kind of hates me. And he's like, no. I think he disqualified himself again. Ria, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi, Cap. I need to go to work now. Enjoy your stream. Thank you. Have a great day at work, okay? Stay safe out there.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Senora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand for it.
Well, you're sitting.
I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would. I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
You don't need to tell me twice. All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Yo, is there something hard that needs to be drunk?
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself. Excellent work tonight. Rest in peace.
He's not the count. Shit, I'm not the count either. I could barely count to 3. Oh, please show me the German Goths again.
I could use a drink and a quiet night.
Session 1. Isabella d'Este thinks her life was meaningless because modern art is meaningless too. Apparently this Rise of the Spacewalker movie set her off. Extremely high by...
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
Sup?
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Your daughter.
My horse, actually. She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
Did you talk to your horse, Sam? Was your horse your first therapist?
You didn't answer my question, Gunslinger. What's got you down?
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by.
Dude, there's so many fucking innuendos I can make in this game. It will get boring if I keep doing it.
You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
Ooh. See, that's a hint. Sometimes to understand a different perspective, you need to be the one that changes.
You're a lawyer?
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind, before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Exactly. That's what I was just saying, Crimson. There's a lot of thought-provoking dialogue to be had with that.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society.
What's wrong with talking to
Renaissance
pets?
woman.
There's nothing wrong with talking to pets, guys. Otherwise, I'd be out of a job.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
I think she heard me.
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about. And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the W? What, the wagon?
The win, Gramps.
The wagon. Take the wagon.
Relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
You're probably right. I guess I'll take the W. And while you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
That's blood, see? What's up, blood?
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
I'm kind of scared of Crimson now. The fact that there are options. The fact that you can go to this bar and get options for what you want to suck on. Isn't that a little scary? She feels like a trafficker of some form.
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What have you got?
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
You really ain't squeamish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Not even Bert?
Oh, Bert from The Simpsons?
What?
Sorry, I made that joke already.
Pointy-eared teddy bear. He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets aggressive or touchy with the customers.
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
Ooh, that's kind of scary. Imagine me stern warning somebody.
And if they don't listen?
Wiggle my finger at you. Nah, nah, nah. Don't do that.
Why, then he eats them.
Oh. It's got a lot less relatable very quickly.
Maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing. Speaking of which, I got to thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest. But you have a good night, Crimson.
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Dude, she's such a stereotyper,
Crack open a
man.
warm one. That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little inspiration.
Are you?
Or I could
You're a
watch the
reader?
Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch.
No, I want to see the Three Stooges.
Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
Let's watch the Three Stooges.
I never get tired of these jokesters.
Oh, there it is. Am I gonna get? Wait, can I watch this? Isn't this DMCA technically? Is there like a setting? Maybe I shouldn't watch this, actually.
I can't help but feel there's some symbolism to the part where Curly gets his head crushed in a vice.
I see we skipped to the last episode of the Three Stooges.
All right, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next client will be a little easier.
It's so old it's probably free now? I guess that's true. They wouldn't have been able to sell this game if it wasn't like royalty, like if it wasn't like public domain now, right? Because they would have had to get the licensing to the Three Stooges, and I'm sure they didn't do that for a bit. Shit. I should have watched it. The Three Stooges are a series? Yeah, that shit's old as hell.
Samuel, good evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
That's me.
Uh-oh, something tells me I'm in for it tonight.
It is public domain? Fuck! Damn it! I should have used my brain before I clicked off of it. I would have loved to have watched some more.
The truth is seldom unseen by you, my friend. Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges a therapist can face. The fact that you may not be able to help everyone.
Oh no. We have to give up on them.
In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular disposition many times.
Hey, I'm new at this. You're nigh on
sorry, let's be
3,000
drinking
years
water.
old. If you can't help them, how can I?
It is not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion itself. I believe you know it.
Excuse me? Am I fighting the master now? It is not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any... To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion of itself. I believe you know it. Well, obviously this makes me feel like control fallacy because we're talking about powerlessness.
Yeah, all right, control fallacy, I know. I can help some folk.
That's right. Here, take a look at this case file.
Theater feller, huh?
Holy
I've met
fuck.
a few of them in my time.
That's literally
They can be a little,
Dracula.
Self-absorbed. He's looking for therapy because people don't like him, it says?
Edmund Keane, age 237, gender male, origin... Oh, no. He's British. Edmund Keane was... I'm just joking, I'm just joking! Just joking! If you're British, you're not... I wouldn't say ill to you, I'm just joking. It's just a joke. I love British people. Some of my best friends are British. Edmund Keane was a highly influential Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He is credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. He wishes... Oh, so he's a megalomaniac. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics who might review him poorly. He demands respect as the greatest actor the world has ever seen. I'm glad I don't hate you.
He is one of the most revered actors.
Never mind, I'll make an exception for you! I hate you! Sarcasm, /J.
So he might have a few cognitive distortions.
A few. He may not recognize them, Samuel, but all you can do is present reality to him.
Alright, once we get to,
He comes. Remember, I will give you what
I am such a child. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. I'm gonna use the bathroom. It'll take 2 seconds. Just give me 1 second. I've been drinking water, so you know how that is. One sec. He comes. I cut myself off. He comes. I pees. Did he come yet? Did he come? Anyone? Let's help him, guys. Thank you. Thank you for helping my piss. Chat, next time we're gonna need a... Never mind. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
I'm up to this.
You know, firemen need like 3 guys on a hose.
This vampire I see before me.
Hello. I'm American.
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, your bearing, your hat. You also are forgotten by time.
No, I just dress like this. Call me a cosplayer.
Oh, how fortuitous. A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
Did you just judge me on my appearance?
Tarnation. Can't get a break with this here hat of mine.
It's a nice hat. Don't let them bring it down, man. Not as good as my hat, though.
No, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith. Faith, my dear vampire, that you can help me.
Is it because I'm relatable?
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Do not do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul. You journey into my pain at your peril, and I cannot be your Virgil.
Dude, this isn't DMC3, man. Fuck off. We're doing therapy. We're not playing games here. Now, Virgil mode!
You're who now? Anyway, you wrote in your intake form that you're here because
you're confused about your sexuality! Should I ask him? Should I ask him if he's... Hey, you want to talk about it? It's okay, bro. I'm here for you. It doesn't matter what you're into. I shouldn't be laughing. You're right. My bad.
you're confused about your sexuality.
You thought it was funny too.
Such mirth.
It ain't that, man.
What sort of actor would I be if I couldn't get into character?
I don't think they meant get inside characters.
Hey! Dude, I picked the best option.
Oh, but that is very good.
Anyway, what I meant to say was, mortals don't appreciate you, you said.
Ask him if he has the big gay. Hey, did you contract the big gay? Do you have it?
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. They must die to appreciate life. As mortals, they cannot ask the immortal questions.
Why not?
What is life for us who do not live? Why are we here? Why do we continue? What do we do when death has no meaning? And what a piece of work is vampire! How noble in stature, how infinite in life!
I can't tell if he's a narcissist or if he's like an existentialist. Indulge the actor.
In form and moving,
Keep going, bro.
how express and admirable. In action, how like a demon.
Dude, a therapist that's not there to help people, this would be his favorite client right here. Yeah, just pop off, bro. You keep telling me about whatever the fuck it is you're talking about.
In apprehension,
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
a bat.
Uh-huh. I'm just like, I'm scrolling on Twitter right now. Uh-huh. Yep, that's right. Tell me about it.
And yet, to me, we are but the quintessence of dust.
Uh-huh.
Dust upon dust. Already that whence we came.
Well, that was a lot.
You understand, don't you? Death has no meaning, because life never had meaning.
Why does everybody search for meaning in life, man? This is the fucking logical fallacy I want to talk about, man. Why the fuck is everybody so concerned about meaning?
To die, perchance to sleep.
All right, that's enough of that. Before we answer the question of why we're all here, why are you here? Well, that is, what exactly drove you to me, partner?
Life doesn't have to have fucking meaning, dude. Just smile every day. If you lived your day and you smiled, that's meaning in and of itself. Fuck it, dude. Who gives a shit about making meaning out of fucking life? I'm not being depressive, by the way. This is me literally just being like, not everything has to have a reason, dog.
Oh, that. Well, a pustule of a theater historian I recently seduced and killed sprang the seeds of doubt in mine corpus.
Oh, no.
He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Kean.
His eyes glowed yellow.
Mayhap that I would favor him with a secret or two.
When he got a little bit instigated, his eyes glowed yellow for a bit there.
He said my acting style would now be considered archaic.
Oh, what? Okay, never mind. I see why you would get pissed.
Though I drank him to the last, I fear his cruel barb was sharper than my fangs. This embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself. Are all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago?
Yeah, see, his eyes are yellow. And nihilism? No, I don't believe that it's nihilism. I'm not saying that we all just exist to get wiped out at one day. It's more like not everything needs to have meaning. Like, there are some things that do have meaning, but searching for meaning in things that don't need it is pointless. Not everything has to have meaning, you know? Why the fuck do I tweet the dumbest shit at 3 in the morning? Sometimes it's not even that funny, but I just like to do it.
Help me purge these
There is no
mortal
meaning.
concerns from my mind, dear
In that,
man.
at least. Sorry. In that, I mean.
We're always gonna have doubts, compadre. That's normal.
I don't need meaning. I need
handle
money.
things a little differently.
I know that's fucking right, Glam. I know that's fucking right.
So, he said your acting's out of date. Why don't you just tell me why it bothered you so much?
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
I don't see any problem with that. He's labeling himself as perfect. Wait. Is it actually labeling? He labeled himself as perfect, and so the fact that he's not perfect, it strikes him a chord? Oh my god, what if it is? Fuck, dude. I was on some 400 IQ shit there.
Generous evaluation of his skill. Is such a thing possible?
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's simply not
He's trying to live up to his expectations of being
became a
perfect.
noble craft entirely
All
because of
right,
me.
it's the fucking Nosferatu
I am
thinking.
perfect.
Sorry, fella, I gotta stop you for a second there. You really saying you're perfect?
Oh, not at all. I'm not a narcissist. I believe I would find myself quite inept at, say, street cleaning or dishwashing.
Uh-huh.
But as far as acting is concerned, yes. If an actor be assessed, you would assess him on the scale of Edmund Kean.
Dude, I don't know what you're saying here. If an actor be assessed, you would assess him on the scale of Edmund Kean. Brother, fucking talk American to me, dude.
Oh, come on. You ain't ever forgotten a line?
I suppose, on occasion, a line has left me due to circumstances beyond my control.
Uh-huh.
But that is the fault of alcohol, not of Edmund Kean.
Uh-huh.
So in those times you were drinking, you might not have been perfect. And the acting world kept on turning.
Oh, come now. I was clearly exercising some dramatic license. It is not so black and white.
Why does it feel like you're giving me the picture in black and white?
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But keep talking. We got some more stuff to sort out.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Ooh. Is that control fallacy because he feels like he set the path up for them? Or is that disqualifying the positive? They're celebrated, but they're only celebrated because of him?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're saying that every actor's success comes straight from you.
Of course. Even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not been for my advancements.
Mm-hmm. But that's not
One of
true.
them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Well, I suppose one or two actors in the last 300 years have impressed me.
It's so convenient that all of these vampires that walk in here are able to at least be a little bit malleable up here. Up here in the... One second. I can't grab my burger. In the brain, they're at least a little bit malleable in the brain so that they're not completely just, you know, thinking that it's all pointless. One second. I'm going over here. I want to be over here. Is that okay? I'm changing it. Changing it up. Yo, what's up? Yo, Siggity Sam. Oh, no, now you guys are on my face. Now, that's an issue. Alright, I'm going vampire mode.
Well, don't you think they deserve their own success?
I suppose mortals are owed their 15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. We are not monsters.
Dude, that's our corner? Yeah, my bad. Sorry, chill.
But the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
Are you labeling them parrots?
So you're saying modern actors are parrots?
Indeed. They are only mimics, and thus no better than a well-trained bird.
Listen, he doesn't mean it. It's okay, babe. Don't worry.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
My dear boy, they live such short lives. What else can they do but ape the words and actions of their forebears?
Are we learning that everybody who was talented and famous in history was a vampire? Is that the takeaway from today's day?
But when you call them birds, you're just labeling them that. You ain't giving them a fair shot.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic license.
But we're here to talk about truth, a right, compadre?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
Chat! I'm starting to get some sinister vibes from this son of a bitch. And that is 100% a control fallacy.
You're saying only you can change the course of acting?
But that was obvious.
It is demonstrably true. There is acting before Edmund Kean, and there is acting after Edmund Kean.
But there's so many types of acting out there. I mean, I remember when vaudeville came out, but I don't think you had anything to do with that.
Vaudeville? Oh, like so many American
I don't know what vaudeville is.
Of the grotesque. You plunge a dagger into the heart of subtlety.
So you didn't have nothing to do with vaudeville?
Oh, devils below, no.
What is vaudeville?
I mean, you got a little control fallacy, hombre. Mortals got wills of their own.
Indeed. I suppose I don't want any responsibility for the things the Americans create anyway.
Oh, never mind. That's okay. He's just being racist.
These critics should honor me, as is my due.
That sounds like a should statement, because in here it says should. And that is not a rule. They do not need to honor you, even though you are a talented theatrical son of a bitch. They don't need to.
But you're saying critics should honor you. Well, what happens if they don't?
Then they are not doing their jobs properly. I do not ask for their laudations without cause. But if a so-called critic does
Isn't
not
vaudeville a
recognize my
comedy thing?
contributions to the theater, what do
Googling
they
it.
know of the theater?
What is vaudeville? Vaudeville. We gotta learn together, guys. Vaudeville, a farce with music. In the United States, the term connotes a light entertainment popular from the mid-1890s until the early 1930s that consisted of 10 to 15 individual unrelated acts. Is this clown shit? It's clown shit. It's just clown shit, dude. They could have just said clown shit. It's clown shit. Look, it's clown stuff. Vaudeville. This is what he so hates. Didn't he pantomime? Didn't it say in his description? Hang on a second. I gotta pull up the facts. This motherfucker did pantomiming. He is credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. Okay, it's literally the opposite of what I was saying. Okay, never mind. Anyway,
They just got different tastes.
Uneducated taste, perhaps.
If they are just uneducated, why should they appreciate you?
Barry, the glasses have been on the entire time.
An interesting point. I suppose I cannot blame them. Thou fiend! You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable.
You're in therapy.
I am here so you may help me cope with a world that has gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
Therapy's about expanding your thoughts. And if you don't want to expand your thoughts, then I suppose you're gonna have to expand your...
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality. If we're gonna cope, we gotta be honest about the world.
And I say that you are a villain. I come to you in desperate need, and you respond by mocking my desperation. Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know that I, as an actor, feel every sling and arrow more keenly?
Chat. I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Art thou a therapist or a murderer that you would push me so to the brink? Do you want me to commit suicide?
No, I don't want you to commit suicide. I want to kill you.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Oh, sorry. I gotta go into my brain thoughts real quick.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for this work. This fella's right. Why am I attacking him when I should be helping?
First of all, should statement. You will do what you
Hey, fuck you!
Samuel. But look at the candles. What do you see?
The candles. Oh, they seem fine to me.
Look at the flames.
All right. Now what? Sorry, I'm all over your face, sir. I didn't even think twice about it. Sorry, my boots are clean. I promise, my boots are clean. I barely go out nowadays, anyway.
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the hell's going on?
Your client is very powerful. He has his own unique skills earned through the ages. His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it affects the world around him.
Oh my god, he's gaslighting the candles! Oh, and me too.
He is altering reality to fit his distortions. Be watchful, Samuel. Do not let him.
So wait, we're doing actual magic shit in here?
How do I stop it?
Be persistent, and above all, be honest. He does not... I await your apology, sir.
Down, dog, down!
Easy, boy, easy.
Did Sam do that?
I shall not go easy. I shall not.
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. There's a good vampire.
Yoshi, 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 Yoshi.
A good vampire? What on hell?
You're safe now. Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
But
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies, ain't we?
Now show me on the vampire where that word hurts you.
Buddies? Yes. A friend. A friend.
Dude, he's so desperate for a friend? Is that the real deep underlying thing here? Is he's never had a friend before?
A friend who wishes to help me.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling better there, compadre?
I must confess that I am. Though I scarcely understand how.
Did I use my own vampire magic?
Hey, well, that's just great. I want this to be a comfortable place for you.
Dude, I really just said giddy up, and he said... And then he tipped his hat at me. He said, top of the morning to you, cowboy. And now he's in my domain! Domain expansion!
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting. It is no wonder that we find common ground.
How is therapy like acting?
It is the exploration of the soul, is it not? A journey into pain and truth.
It's a journey into pain. And what did you feel just moments ago when you had your outburst? Was that not painful?
We see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
One of death's cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the mortal audience instead.
You care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
Of course I do.
What was that sassy sound he just made?
Dusty old folk thing, eh?
He'd be like, yeah, I do care. What was that? Why did he ossify himself? For a brief moment there, I could see the nails and the eyelashes.
Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
But all them folks die. You're what, 300 years old?
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
That's not true. That's Nosferatu thinking. The world's not black and white like that.
You cannot. You must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Oh, then there's 2 then.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
A friend? Ha, me! I'll be your bestie!
Well, that's a fine question. I'll tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than the stage. What if theater just didn't exist?
Perish the thought. Perish it with all due enmity. Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly...
Stop right there!
Kind parasites?
You are not a parasite on this world! You mean so much to me! Edmund!
I am, for that is what we are, if we are nothing else.
Alright, let's just forget the part where you're insulting other vampires, myself included. If you say that you're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna be scared as hell of not doing that thing.
As an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Like, what? Having a bank account that has so many zeros that it crashes the statement?
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath. I am indeed cruel to myself. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well.
Oh, guys, what kind of statement do you think that could be? What kind of statement do you think it could be? Do you think that was a should statement? Do you think that because he said should? Oh god, he's stretching out. Do you think it's a should? Do you think it's a should statement? Sorry.
Well, why should you live for the stage?
What was my death worth if the stage does not matter?
You're so hateful to should statements and some of us live by them. I don't even hate the should statements. I just wish they were more tricky for the game's sake. They should be harder so that somebody like me can flex my brain.
But it's only you who's saying your death ain't worth something. Your shoulds are fatal. Ain't that a lot of pressure?
Perhaps. Though one might argue that all great actors must be forged in fire.
Do you want to die for it?
But is acting really the most
Again?
important thing in the world?
I shall assume that you jest. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
Cannot? Wait. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd. That sounds like a control fallacy in a way. It's either, I mean, it's once again back to Nosferatu and control. But they saying, maybe this is the most important statement. Vampire society is of no use to me. Does this mean like he needs to have an adoring crowd because he wants to like enthrall them in a way? That sounds like control fallacy. But it also could be disqualifying the positive effects of having a society of vampires because like even right now, like me and him are engaging in debate. It's not really debate, but like engaging in productive cognition. And like that's good for him. This is of use, right? So does that mean disqualifying the positive?
Vampires ain't got nothing to offer you.
Ah, yeah!
Nothing they can give, no. Vampires do not understand the avant-garde.
Vampires have a lot to give. We got time to understand things mortals just can't. I think you're disqualifying the positive things about us vampires.
Oh, perhaps. But an understanding of the stage is not one of them. You know, I see what you are doing. The motivations of man are well known to me through my art.
And what am I doing?
You are mocking me.
No.
Undermining me, causing me to doubt myself. I know thy purpose.
No. Edmund, chill, sweetie. Whooshu. It's okay. We're just talking. I just want you to understand what you're thinking. It's hard thinking by yourself. You know what they say? 2 heads are better than 1.
This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim dominion over me.
No, I don't want you like that.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
So, now you doubt my sanity. Is there no end to your japes and jabs? I shall not break. Oh, you shall see. The tides of cruel seas will crash upon me, but I do not wither.
That's fantastic. That's great. But you should probably bend a little bit because a rigid boat would break under the pressure of the waves.
I know thy game, trickster. You wish to keep me in your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me.
Are we getting paid for this, actually?
You think you are clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile. Well, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I might hear thy bile.
Tame him like a wild horse. Wait, guys. Wait, sorry, my head's in the way. Should I tame him like a wild horse? So that worked before. It did. Well, I didn't know that was a horse option. But if maybe he wants the RP. Do you think he wants the RP?
Easy there.
The fact that I get the horse sound again is I fucking live for that, man.
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared. I ain't gonna hurt you.
But you want to hurt me.
He actually, I think this guy's a pony. He's a thespian. Listen, I don't care who he's into. Girls, boys, anything. It's not up to me.
Good vampire. Ain't you sweet? Yeah, it's all right.
You really don't want to hurt me? You'll keep me safe?
He's so dramatic over the littlest things. Dude, I think we gotta get him on some medication.
We're safe. Ain't no place safer than right here. We're friends. That's right. You're my buddy now.
I would be friends with
Just
this guy.
my pal Eddie.
I would be friends with this guy
In truth,
because he seems really fun.
oft left bereft of friendship. Our kind can be difficult.
You mean vampires?
No, actors. But to sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
You ain't alone, I promise you. Whatever bad stuff.
I don't know what he wants, but I
someone
think
else
he
has lived it
needs
already.
therapy. You know what? I think I agree with you.
'Tis so. Many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, with wonders of their craft consigned to history's dusty pages.
Were they all vampires too?
Even the bard himself did struggle. There is some comfort in that.
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Indeed. I, too, am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my sore spot lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Between stem and stern? Do you have a womb?
Tain't my place to comment.
Oh, it seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session. I think you did pretty dang well today.
What does that mean between stem and stern? He's talking about his dick, right? And your stern, like your sternum?
Yes. Yes, I suppose I did. I am rather good at therapy, aren't I?
Actually, you're the worst I've ever seen.
If you're here and wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must one?
I like him. He's
Okay.
he's
I'll see you in a few
interesting.
weeks then.
Aye, we shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Fun fact, the Thespians were a Greek people. Thespians were citizens of the... Oh my god. Is this copy? Jesus Christ, Wikipedia popped in chat. What was it?
Dang, what the hell was that?
Frederick, I think that is interesting that it derives of like the city-state of Thespia, but I'm not gonna lie, all of that is going way over my head.
One of the darker malignancies of the mind, dear Samuel.
You sure I'm up to this?
You were masterful, Samuel. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward. And we must speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
This equine ability. So this is actually my vampire ability to channel a horse to wrangle people.
Oh, that. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
Save it for our next session. Rest, Samuel. You have faced a great danger. Now it is time to drink and be merry with the Goths.
Oh, are they actually
Not sure
back
I'd
for
call
real?
them merry, but they know how to cut loose. All right, Andy. I'll see you later.
Good night, Samuel.
Meow. Oh my god, the fucking cat. Meow. Italian cat. Oh my gosh, it's loud.
Well, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life.
That wasn't that bad, Sam.
I probably want to forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot prepared for you.
Yo, where am I plopping it?
Well, thanks, Crimson. What is that? A Bloody Mary?
No, a Bloody Steve.
Of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
I think that was probably the worst joke all night. I think that's the worst joke all night, and I'm so sad because I can hear myself saying it.
You know, it's funny. They're a little on the weird side tonight. Must be a full moon out.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met. The actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Well, seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Like Andy says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from.
Yo, just like that one song.
Feeling good
People
about your
are
session,
people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Should I say that was the worst session of my life? I actually think that was the best one.
He was pretty confrontational, but he was happy to talk about himself at least. Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who've got nothing to say.
I get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to have no problems at all.
Well, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll be keeping me busy.
It's a big
I think
world
it's-
out there, cowboy. Full of vampires with no self-awareness.
Okay, can I ask? I'm gonna poll a question by you guys. Not literally poll it, but do you guys think that having some problems in life is a good thing? How many of you guys would rather have 0 problems in your life than having a few problems? Obviously, like, there are some problems that are really, really, really bad. But, you know, maybe there's a raccoon that constantly gets into your trash or something like that. You know, maybe like, maybe you have, let me think. Maybe there's an arc in your life where your internet constantly goes out because you're streaming. Yeah, I think problems, you don't think, period. Fuck, I'm jealous. I like to think that having problems can be a good thing, especially if you want to become a more, like, you know, a stronger person through them. But if I had to vote, I think I would rather have no problems. If I had to vote, I think I would rather have no problems. Might make you pretty boring though, but some of the craziest stories you get to tell at, like, get-togethers and parties with your friends are the problems that you have in life, right? Like, you have this story about this one time you were stuck in traffic and you saw the dude ahead of you just bashing his head into like the steering wheel or some shit. Like, that's an interesting story. Like, the problem of being stuck in traffic at least led to something good coming out of it, you know? So, I think having problems is a good thing. Would I rather there be less problems in the world? Yeah. I would rather there be less problems. I think having some problems is fine. Obviously, yeah, it obviously depends on how big the problem is, but even big problems can sometimes be a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
Well, ain't that the truth? Well, here's to change then.
To change.
Maybe you guys can think about some of the problems in your life and see how you can think about them in a different perspective.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh, this is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the source?
Dude, she drinks from the keg.
I suppose they wouldn't.
Dude, call it an Andy stand the way you got the fucking... Dude, do a handstand and try to suck somebody's neck? Oh my god, wait, have vampires invented that yet?
I'm not proud to drink blood, Sam. Wouldn't be doing it out here.
I didn't mean to cause offense, ma'am.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
That doesn't count. She said shouldn't, man. It still has the word in it.
Who's telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson? I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Well, I got an achievement for getting 10 distortions correct in a row.
Damn right it is. Look, I have customers to deal with, but let me give you some advice, Buffalo Bill. No therapy in here.
I agree. I think there's a time and a place, Mr. Sam, and not everybody needs therapy. No, not everyone is ready for it. That's why you have clients. They're here for it. You don't just give it to random people.
What happens at Eminard happens with consent. Got it?
All right, that's fair, and my sincere apologies. It won't happen again.
Bro's feeling himself. He's like, I'm pretty good at this therapy stuff. Let me go practice.
That's right.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. I better get out of Crimson's way.
You.
I can't pronounce your name. What the fuck is on your chest? Is that an eye? What's on your entire body is all eyeballs. Panoptibella. Panoptibella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Damn, making spiders blush with how many eyeballs you've got.
Huh? Do I know you?
I know you. I've been watching you, vampire.
I feel like there's little you could do aside from watching.
Yep, that's me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see everything.
My apologies for that in advance.
My name is Panoptibella. It means I see all, and I am beautiful.
The voice actress or the voice actor for this, they sound like they're scared. They sound frightened when they're talking.
I saw you in the kink room with Reinhardt and Maxi. And now I see that you are thirsty and would like to drink.
She sounds like she's on the verge of tears.
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck. I wish to see what it is like.
I see what you did there. You're funny because you got eyeballs everywhere. You see everything. Oh, I thought I got a choice in the matter. Ew.
Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you.
Okay, this is gonna be a little raunchy, guys. Imagine somebody fucking finishes on you, and that's what they say. Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you.
You will go to your coffin now to sleep.
How much of... That is not exciting whatsoever.
Well, if you wanted to cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after consuming the blood of another.
Why does she act like she knows me better than I know me?
I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Torpor is a state of drowsiness, in case you guys are curious. I learned that from Dragon's Dogma 1.
Thanks, I guess. I guess I'd better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on long enough.
It makes it sound like you paid them. If you did pay them, then I would ask for a fucking discount after that. Or like a coupon. Okay. Okay. Checkpoint save. We're gonna save here, everybody. We're gonna save here for now. I think that's good enough. That was interesting. I would like to play this again. I'm sort of invested into what's going on here. I think we'll have another new clients, and then after the next one, we're gonna see our first guy again, Mr. Drain. So the next time we play this game, we'll get to go a little bit deeper into the story of a vampire therapist. But yeah, let me move over to the chatting. Blah, 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 blah. Hey. Hi. 1 second. Let me take this mood lighting off my... My eyes! Oh. Never mind. That was normal. Barry, thank you for the super sticker. Hey, guys. Hey, every guys. How's it going? It's me, Galleon. I feel like I told you guys already about the internet stuff, and I'm not sure why I dropped frames earlier, but we shouldn't be dropping connection ever again, at the very least. So we'll have a pretty fluid stream, no matter what. And if we don't, then heads will roll. Yeah. Like I said on one of my tweets, if you guys didn't see it, or if you don't have Twitter, then this week's a little bit lighter than typical, and I have another 5 o'clock stream on Friday. I can't remember if it's Friday or Thursday, but either way, the schedule's a little bit slimmer this week, so I'm sorry about that. But tomorrow I'm going to a one of my best friends' birthday. I've known him since I was in high school, and he's in town, so like I couldn't miss the opportunity to go and see him. We're gonna be hanging out, going to a bunch of places. Probably go to like, I think we were thinking to go to like a Dave & Buster's, probably. You know, something fun where we can get some drinks and shit like that. So it's gonna be really, really fun. Yeah. Maybe it was YouTube this time? No, not this time. I don't know. I really can't say at this point. All I can say is that my ISP issues should be solved altogether. How did I feel upside down? Honestly, pretty natural. I might try sleeping like that once or twice. I mean, I guess people did call me vampire back in the day, huh? Because my fangs. Maybe I am a vampire. Can't see them. I can't see them, but they're there, I promise. But yeah, I'm gonna have a really good day tomorrow, and I'll give you guys plenty of stories tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but you know, when I get back. It's gonna be really, really fun. Yeah. So this week, I don't know if you guys, if everyone has seen it so far. Roscoe is planning his fucking 2.0 outfits on Saturday. No, he's not planning it, sorry. The stream is gonna be this weekend. Are you guys excited for that? For Roscoe 2.0? I saw people are already doing the predictions for the outfit. He's got the silhouette on Twitter, so if you guys haven't seen it already, go and check it out. Check it out. Barry, thank you for the Streamlabs. Enjoy Dave & Buster's. I love that place. It's not guaranteed where we're going yet. It's not guaranteed yet. I imagine it's where we would probably go because we're all gamers. We like playing the arcade games there, but Bucket Hat, hopefully not bald. Dude, I can't imagine Roscoe bald. It would not look right. I don't even, like, you would have to imagine what his stitching patterns look like up there too, you know? Dude, does the drapes match the curtain type shit? You're working on your prediction? Ooh, exciting. I love seeing everyone's that pop up. And I think, well, you know, I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've seen it. I've seen it because I'm special and he shares everything with me. We're besties. So, you bet it's a UFO on his head? Oh, whoa, that's a good idea. That'd be a good fake out. That would be a sick ass fake out. What if somebody did a prediction and the silhouette was not exactly what the outfit? Would you guys be disappointed if somebody's silhouette was like minorly adjusted to like mislead you guys? Probably, right? But still, like, I think about it, I'm like, what if I added something to my silhouette, you know? Like a giant third leg. Just fucking shoot me. Oh! Didn't Fujan do it? Oh, did he? I didn't know that. Like more hair? Yeah, like twin tails. What if I added like a second tuft? Like if I have my hat here, but like maybe like on the other side there was another one, so it looked like I have Miku hair. That'd be kind of funny. What if I added a second hat on top of my hat? That'd be cool too. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to make sure I have a great time tomorrow, and I'll be back. I'll be coming back on Thursday, super duper refreshed. And don't miss me too much. What am I doing on Thursday? I forget. I'm the worst at remembering my own schedule. The radio station. That's right. That's gonna be at the normal time of 12 o'clock Eastern, and it's a Chilla Arts game. I haven't played one of those in a hot minute. I really, really, really like Chilla Arts games. I think that a lot of them are like just fun to play through. You don't have to think too hard about them. One VTuber released a complete troll silhouette instead of the real one. Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu! It's Bulbasaur. Fuck! Like that. You could add beads or jewelry or a tuft of hair to the side. Yeah, you could fuck around with it. Just like release a new silhouette every day, and it's like slightly different. So you would have to like spot the differences to find the truth or something like that. That would be cool. What am I doing for spicy Q&A? I had the leftover spicy dips from when me and Lucy did our hand cam, and I'm gonna air fry some mini corn dogs and dip the hot sauces with those. Yeah. Expired hot sauces? Of course they're not expired. They don't expire. right? Nah, of course they don't. We'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Every little thing is gonna be alright. No. Don't worry about a thing. Who we got? Man.
Yeah, but you're fucking Lucy and Lunaris playing Minecraft.
Lucy Lunaris playing fucking Minecraft. Can't believe it. Gale, how do I tell you this? With text, presumably. But honestly, if you send carrier pigeon, that would also be acceptable. That would be very interesting for me. Have a bird tapping at my window. How did you find me? Alright, guys. Go send some love to Lucy, and I'll catch you guys on Thursday. It feels bad because I had a pretty long... It felt like a pretty long weekend. I guess it only feels like a long weekend because of fucking Saturday's stream kind of falling off. Didn't feel like a full stream for me. Which sucked. Didn't like that. But it's okay. We'll finish up My Brother Rabbit and... What was the other thing? There's Dead Plate, right. I remember somebody saying like we could do Dead Plate and My Brother Rabbit in like the same stream, perhaps. Maybe we could do a double feature one day. But yeah. Take care! I hope you guys have a good rest of your nights. Sleep well, eat good, and I'm gonna go make probably some pasta for myself. Johnny! Bye-bye!